Hello, everybody. Hey, tune it down, music. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to speak here. Oh man. All right, hello, everybody. What's up? Welcome to another installment of appabend's meme stream. Man, I can't believe it's been a week since the last meme stream. But and I also cannot believe that this is probably the very first meme stream where I actually did not sleep. I literally just from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. today, stay awake throughout the entire night. Let's see if I'm able to get through the stream without getting tired or sleeping, which is why I put my safety goggles on in case so that maybe my eyes can work harder, and when my eyes work harder, I can actually get to see stuff and I can get awake. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing very well. What have you guys been watching? What have you guys been listening to? What have you guys been reading? What have you guys been I don't know, fapping to, I guess. Let me know in the chat. We're gonna spend the first hour of the stream to chat with you guys, talk about stuff and everything like that. Before you actually get to the good stuff, before you actually get to the hooplas, the Twitter dramas, the social media hooplas, and all of that. A bunch of hot takes today. Got a bunch of hot takes, and I suppose a couple of memes, but mostly hot takes. Yeah. As for me, I've been playing Death Stranding. You see, the weird thing about Death Stranding is that people have been talking about how Death Stranding is they make fun of Death Stranding. Oh my god, it's this walking simulator game, it's this delivery simulator game. But no one has ever actually talked about whether or not it's a good delivery simulator game. Because, well, I'm gonna talk about that in detail in my on-cap video, but let's just say that in Wednesday, I played Death Stranding I began playing the game at 6 p.m. because I was bored. I just came back from college. I was a bit tired. You know what? I'm just gonna play some games. I'm just gonna play a game that will probably bore me to death. And then several hours pass. It's 2 a.m. I just ruined my sleep schedule. And all I was thinking about was whether or not I can gather enough materials to build a road. I mean, the game freaking hooked me. For some reason, the simulator gameplay, if you really like, but I can tell you this about the spoilers for the Uncap. If you really like delivery simulator games like your Euro Truck simulators, Death Stranding is freaking good. Death Stranding is freaking good for that. But if you want something more fun, I suppose there's the new Star Wars game that just came out. You can buy that. Unfortunately, I don't have enough cash. I don't have cash to buy the new Star Wars game for now. So if you guys want to donate to the Streamlabs, please donate to down below. Donate 60 bucks or something like that, or 5 bucks. Not 60 bucks. I don't have enough cash to buy the new Star Wars game because I just bought the new Vegas Pro 11. Vegas Pro 17, sorry. Damn. The new version kicks a lot of ass. Anyway, let's get to the chat here for a bit. Sup everyone, still in class? Early and muted. Early and muted. Of course it is. What the fuck? Where are Appa Frog's organs? God damn it, Appa, you're too early. It's the usual time. Will you talk about the Fate Go English community being sadly at the same time as Delight works for the 24-hour maintenance? Huh. Being salty at the same time as Delight works for their... At the same time as Delight works for their 24-hour maintenance. I'm not too familiar with either, so... Can't say. Keep on being early, man. Thank you. Keep on the donations, I guess. But nah, just kidding. Yeah, just keep on viewing, I guess. Been playing Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Really liking what I'm seeing here. And hey, Star Souls does sound promising despite being an EA game. Yeah, the new EA game, the new Star Wars game is pretty much a Souls-like, which I find very surprising. And I'm gonna play that if I have some cash. Fortunately, I don't. So early and straight. But why must it be an hour and a half before I sign off from work? Yikes. But thankfully, an hour and a half. Thankfully, only takes an hour. We're just doing some Q&A, so I'm just gonna ask a bunch of questions and chat with you guys for about an hour before we actually get to the good stuff. And yeah, have you played Dragon Quest XI? I have the game on Steam, but people say that the definitive edition, the Switch version, is much better. So might as well let's just get the Switch version. But Hoofharder donated $1. Wow, early donation. Just about I'd say it's about 10 minutes into the stream. Shake the shekel maker, appabend. Of course, I forgot to shake the shekel maker. And also forgot to donate a couple of coins in there. Put some more coins in here. Get the shekels running in. Anyway, thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Hashtag no sleep stream. Insomnia Appa. Laughs in Morgana. Did the stream just oofed? Nope. Gonna no fap until Reach comes out on stream. Yikes. I was sleeping until I heard the song. Damn. What have you guys been playing Falling NNN to? Oh, what have you guys been fapping to? What have you guys been failing No Not November to? Interesting. Just started Jedi Fallen Order. I remember that one idiot who decided that it was the game that decided it was the deciding moment for... It was the game that decided it was the deciding moment for single player. Why specifically the game? I don't know. Don't know what you're talking about on that one. What do you think of Dev C++? What about Dev C++? You mean the programming language? C++ can do a lot of things, but what do you mean? The developer C++? Is there a developer named C++? Why would a developer name himself C++? Who would have guessed that with a Nintendo, Microsoft, and EA release happening very close to each other, the Nintendo release is making people mad? Yeah, it's interesting because here's the thing about Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't care. Grafon Tyrol donated $15. Thank you so much. Shekels for Star Souls. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Grafon. Thank you, Grafon. Keep the shekels coming. Anyway, where was I? God damn it, yeah. Speaking of Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon. I really don't care about Pokemon. I've only played, I think it was the GBA game. Was it Green? I don't know. I don't know which version of Pokemon. I forgot which version of Pokemon. But as far as I'm concerned, they're pretty much the same games. Not a lot of them are pretty much they're just doing the same except new generations, everything like that, new Pokemons and everything. So I don't really care that much about Sword and Shield. So when people are talking about, XP share is mandatory or whatever, or that certain mechanics is this and that, or that well, I can't really comment because I don't know much Pokemon. I don't know about their mechanics and everything like that. So well, I got Death Stranding. There's that. I I've been playing Pokemon Sword. The beginning is good so far. All right. Shit games tend to make people mad, especially if it's from Nintendo. I wonder where Digimon stories stop having bittersweet endings, or such endings are a defining element of Digimon that can't be altered, so it cannot end with staying together and not goodbyes. Well, I don't know. I suppose Tamers kind of started the entire thing out. Reach on Steam December 3rd? Yeah. You need more shekels? Of course I do. Please give me shekels. Please give me shekels, guys. I need my shekels to buy the new Star Wars game because I don't have any, and I've been spending way too much money. I'm mostly doing repairs on the laptop because laptop's been messing around too. So, done doing an assignment for now, but my professor still wants me to draw, so I'm sketching until class is over. All right. Death Stranding seems like a game I would enjoy, but I'll be quite short in money for a while. Well, the game's $60, so if you want a Euro Truck Simulator game, except with a AAA budget and with all these big movie stars and all that, maybe it's for you. Maybe it's for you, because it is certainly for me. I enjoyed Euro Truck Simulator. I enjoyed these sorts of simulator games, PC Building Simulator and all that. Any sorts of games that just gives you the job to do really mundane work, and yet it's so addicting because there's something so zen about it. And what I do when I play Death Stranding is that I just deliver one cargo to another, play some random YouTube videos on the podcast or anything like that, and just enjoy the ride. When the BTs come in, well, I eat BTs for breakfast. I mean, the BTs are ridiculously easy. You just grab a couple of hermetic grenades, throw it at them, and they're gone. Or you can just do what I call the where's your manager method, which is basically go to a random BT and say, hey, can you bring me to your manager? And then they just drag you into the big giant BT monster. And you just throw the grenade at it and just, hey, manager, can you just wipe the BT off of this area for just a couple of minutes so that I can search it or whatever, so I can get past freely. And there you go, BTs are gone. Or if you already got the access to the assault rifle, it's a lot easier. Just throw the hermetic grenades at them, shoot them with the assault rifle, and they're gone. They're pretty much gone. Kojima games seems to have this tendency of overhyping their bosses and enemies. Because here's the thing, I noticed this in Metal Gear Solid 5, I noticed this in Metal Gear Solid 3. He tends to overhype the enemies as these really badass guys, really badass figures and everything like that, until you actually go to the gameplay and they're very easy to take down. You just shoot a couple of tranquilizer pistols at them and they're pretty much dead in just a couple of seconds. And there's this one, I think there was this one segment in Metal Gear Solid 3 where you can shoot a bee to basically make Ocelot to go, whoa, what are one of these bees? These bees, my god! I remember that. And I think you can also, in Metal Gear Solid 5, you can drop a supply right at the top of Quiet so that you can take her down. Or was it that another boss? Or maybe you can do that in Quiet. That was the last time I played Metal Gear Solid 5. You can drop supplies at the boss's head so that you can just take him down. So, well, there's that. And then there's the end. Which, great boss fight, by the way. If you play it fair, it's a great boss fight. But you can cheat the living hell out of that shit by just forwarding the freaking PS2's time, or just wait until he dies of old age, and you can just take his everything and take all his stuff. But the most challenging part with that of the end boss fight was when you tried to sneak on his back just to get that camo, just to go to his back and say freeze. That was the challenging part. That make you go, whoa! I didn't see that coming. So anyway, where was I? According to the quartering, whether you like him or not, they made bisexual Magic the Gathering characters straight. Very disrespectful at that. Yeah, I saw that. They made a character that was supposed to be lesbian, actually, or at least lesbian and bisexual. I forgot. But essentially, an LGBT character. They made them straight because China. Of course. What else do you expect? The Senran Kagura mobile game started a collab event with Gans. Of all the things I've been doing that. Hey appabend, big tits or small tits? And what type and color of panties you like? I don't really care about the type of color of panties I like, as long as the person who's wearing them are the person I love. And the big tits or small tits also don't care, as long as it's from somebody that I love. I'll eat them anyway. So anyway, Mary Cup. Do you think that if they prohibit porn, people will go to see hentai apart from being safe? More variety and it's fictional, so there's nothing harm except the animators for overwork. You see, the funny thing about hentai is that, this might be a weird criticism, but none of the hentais have ever Very, very weird criticism, I know, but hentais always draw cum very badly. I know, but seriously though, SFM or the hentais and it like that, it's just the cum is just not, it's just not realistic. It's too fictional for me to just to buy, you know. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, whereas oh man, I haven't done much besides training some of my charts in GFL and practicing drawing every now and then. Did you just donate to yourself? Did I? Disney has been making a lot of mistakes again. Also, Super Mario got attacked by the Puritans for diversity. Super Mario doesn't need it. Did you also hear about the Yuzaki poll too? I haven't heard of the Yuzaki poll. I think I've heard of it, but I kind of forgot about it. So, whatever you like it or not, there's a lot of overlap between fans of you and fans of the Quarter Pounder based on YouTube recommendations. Okay. If you like the quartering, I mean, go ahead. Like the quartering, that's fine. I mean, you do you. You know what Java is? Yeah, I know what Java is. It's an island in Bali. An island in Bali. The fuck did I say? No, it's an island in Indonesia. Jesus. He was on one of the meme stream like last year. I think he discounted Spider-Man and got off for despite it going against his claim. Greetings, Appa and chat. Yeah, Fallen Order is a video-ass video game. It's fun so far, to use the cliche. It's Star Wars Dark Souls. God damn it. Unpopular opinion, Microsoft's Xbox One event that aired yesterday was decent, not great, but not shit, as there were some reveals I'm mildly interested in. I haven't seen that reveal, so I was the one that was late, not Appa. Do you still play Team Fortress 2? No, it's been a while since I played Team Fortress 2. Don't give EA money, save it for important shit like food. Fair. Digimon Bittersweet ending started since Adventures. Alright. Would you do a recap episode of the Steven Universe franchise? No. I don't watch Steven Universe, so I'm not gonna do it. Greetings, fellow weebs, gamers, and other types of oppressed minorities. I use video to get away from the mundane. Gregor Chopin donated $1. I'm still poor as fuck, but I promise to donate the next beam stream, so shut up and take my money. Thank you so much. $1 donation, $2 donation, $15, whatever dollar donation. Hugely appreciated. Keep them coming, guys. I don't know how much Streamlabs let their minimal donations in Streamlabs. It's like 50 cents. If you can donate 50 cents, just 50 cents, that'd be pretty interesting. But anyway, do you mean the Karen method? Yes. Referring to Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is based in London. Even a joke which turned out to be true, but the developers visited London, which by immigrants become a non-white city, which is why most of the characters are not white. Okay. Still playing Persona 5, just beat Kanashiro. Gonna go back to Sekiro now. Are you pro at killing BTS? Yes. Yes, it is. Have you played Digimon Cyber Sleuth? No, I haven't, but people have been recommending me to play it if you really like Digimon. So, there you go. Apparently, Keanu Reeves is a wise tumbleweed in the new SpongeBob movie. Yes, I saw that too. You can do it on quiet, but it doesn't stun her for good in one shot. Yeah, you just need to do a couple of times so that you can. She just knocked out. Lately, I've been avoiding drama videos on Twitter by doing more hobbies. I feel more happy now. I do check out the videos though, but not as much. I do gaming and other stuff now. What do you think? It's great. It's great. Keanu Reeves is going to be in the new SpongeBob movie. Yeah. And that's why the end is the absolute best boss fight for the whole Metal Gear Solid saga. I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy thick. And the clapping my ass cheeks keep alerting the BTs. Keeping Creature in black and white too fat is very difficult. Slims down instantly when you forget to feed him. The only feature that makes him to go back to play it. Where can you have Fat Lion? Don't trust China. Don't trust China. China is asshole. Did you get a chance to see Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Yeah, I saw it a while ago now. Actually, it's fine. It does the job. It's definitely more of a comedic film rather than the not comedic in a sense it's over the top comedy, but more of a more subtle, more nuanced sorts of comedy. The one that is more talking and less, explicit stuff and all that. It's fine. I enjoyed it. Not one of Quinn's best, but I enjoyed it. Do you like Guilty Gear? I think I've played Guilty Gear. No, it was Blaze Blue that I played. I haven't played Guilty Gear, but I played Blaze Blue. So I can't really say if I enjoy Guilty Gear or not. But I did enjoy Blaze Blue, so there's that. If they ban porn or hentai on the net, grab graffiti painting cans and start painting the city buildings with not safe for work artwork. What about those nice guys trying to get your girlfriend seriously? We'll get to that. We got a bunch of boomers. I suppose you can call them boomers, but they're freaking boomers. It's real. You know, you need to know not November. Karen Kujo, Jotaro Kujo, better waifu. What about Java the Hutt? Java the Hutt. 5 out of 10. Cum is not good enough. Quartering's okay sometimes. It's more about the topics than him, really. Alright. Your alter ego will be on the meme stream. One angry gamer. One angry gamer is not my alter ego. That's ridiculous. But we have disagreements, definitely. By the way, I'm still going strong with No Not November. Congratulations. And to answer the previous question, no, One Angry Gamer is not here. Do you think this is the new YouTube policy? Do you think the new YouTube policy will delete our channels for low subs and ad blocks, or no? Because YouTube and others saying no. No, I don't think they're going to do that. But they will do a bunch of really stupid shit, like letting a hacker to hack someone's channel and promote Bitcoin scams, which thankfully the owner of that channel got their account back. But still, the fact that the channel got freaking verified by YouTube, got the check mark and everything like that is insane. A hacker got verified by YouTube for a while and then to promote Bitcoin hacks. But thankfully it's all now, it's all over now. So, but they removed the verification from the owner, which is fucking bizarre. Does appabend hate the quartering or something? Not really. I just thought he's just He's just not amazing, not great either. Don't really watch a lot of his videos. It's maybe sometimes, occasionally. Actually, very rarely I watch his videos. What's with all the mentions of him? I thought Appa just didn't like his videos. Yeah, there you go. I wish I could watch the meme stream today, but I am at Anime NYC. Huh, interesting. Have a good meme stream. Have a good meme stream. Yeah. Do you ever go to the mill camps just to beat up and rob them? Yes, that's the only way for you to deal with them. That's the only way. You can just run away from them. That's perfectly fine. But you can also just rob them. And here's the thing about the mule camps is that you need to rob them to build the roads and everything like that. If you want to get enough materials to build roads, you need to rob them. Because they're the ones who spawn a lot of the materials and everything like that. They're the ones who get all the freaking metals, all the ceramics and the special alloys or whatever. They're the ones who have all of that, and they respawn every single time you reload a safe. Apparently, I haven't tried myself, but according to my experience, they will respawn if you reload a safe. They will not respawn if you rest, but they will respawn if you reload a safe. Apparently. Can't confirm that, but that's from my experience. Let's see. Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, Best Phone MOBA, tips for Dora. I wish I could already read that. Megane Appa is better than Appa. You look mean without the glasses, at least when it's insomnia mode. Yeah, you see, if I wear the glasses, it hurts. My eyes hurts. My eyes hurts because the thing is, I've only minus half. I am only minus half, and minus half is pretty much still normal. I can't exactly see a lot of the things. Some things in the distance, it's a bit blurry, but not all things. I can still operate just fine. Scarecrow457 donated $1. Speaking of which, did you hear that the Astartes guy is hacked right now? I haven't heard of that. That's horrible. And thank you so much for the donation. Can you give us a brofist? Brofist. There. Is that the brofist? How do you do brofist? Will you talk about the Sonic movie redesign? Not really. It's good. It's good. It's much better than the previous one. Can't say much other than that. I got yeeted from Twitter for saying ACAB to a bastard cop. Yikes. Hello all. How's your evening? I was trying to finish up a session in King of Fighters 2000. Any word on the latest Fate Go maintenance hoopla? No, not paying attention to that. Hello appabend in chat. Sup Appa the rapper. Appa, do you watch JoJo? I do watch JoJo. I have only watched it all the way to part 3 when they're in the plane. That's the furthest that I've watched JoJo so far. And unfortunately, I'm too busy to continue JoJo. And part 3 has been rather boring so far. It doesn't really spark my interest, to be perfectly honest. I still mostly enjoy part 2 for the most part. But part 3 is rather boring. Maybe if I keep watching, it gets something exciting, gets to the DO and battle and all that. Do you think you want to approach me? You're approaching me. I can't beat the shit out of you without getting closer or something along those lines. Which is scarier, Regenerator or Iron Maiden from Resident Evil 4? Was Iron Maiden the Regenerator except the spiky one? In that case, I'd say the Regenerator is because they pop out of nowhere. The spiky ones usually kind of expect them to be there, but the Regenerator, you turn around the corner and they're just there. They're just there, just pop up. There, Blair, bang. Just freaking scare the living shit out of you. So there's that. The mic is popping or artifacting hard? Really? I think my mic is fine. So, good luck with your lady. Appa tips for Dora. You don't have a Nintendo... You don't... Excuse me? You don't have a Nintendo Switch yet, aren't you? Is that a serious question? Because I literally reviewed Fire Emblem 3 Heroes. And you know where I play that game? On the Nintendo Switch. That I own. One angry gamer is your evil twin from another country. One Appa gamer. Plot twist. One angry gamer is appabend's mother. What are you gonna do if you have the same situation but with nice gyros, Appa? What situation? I heard if you want to keep most of your stuff, you should go with not for kids. Yeah, you should put it to it's not for kids. Appabend X1 Angry Gamer fanfic when please tell me that you haven't read any of the books that Onision had written. I'm not paying attention to the Onision drama, so. Recording is clickbait gaming news channel. Yeah. Indonesia is basically budget India. Keeping Creature of Black and White 2 is very difficult. Already read that. So if Indonesia is going to cancel Bali, what's going to happen for you and your family? Nah, it's just a dumb hashtag. It's mostly filled with people who say, no, don't cancel Bali and Toba. So what is the most in-your-face politics game you have ever played and or witnessed? Which is the most in-the-face politics game you've ever played and or witnessed? Like I said in my video, it was Life is Strange 2. That was the one that just goes in your face and say, you're the reason we have to build the wall. And I'm like, ugh. And I heard that the new game developer, the Don't Not, is going to make a game with a trans character as the main character. And I'm like, okay. Okay. Am I supposed to be offended? Am I supposed to be outraged? Am I supposed to buy the game just for the cringe fest? Like, nah. I think Life is Strange 2 is enough for me. It's enough to cringe fest. So, yes, the Astartes channel videos were awesome. The heretic responsible for the hack shall be purged in holy fire. Yikes. Though I need to get more SNK fighters. Refinish JoJo. No. Nah. Appabend have followed one angry gamer for a bit until he became one angry boomer. Still, I think Niche Gamer is better given that he concentrates only on gaming and tech news. Do you know any other good gaming site? Not really. I don't follow gaming sites that often. I just read the news in whatever sources that actually provide the news. So, part 3 boring. He's still at the very beginning. Yes, fight me. Fight me. Fucking fight me. I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna base my judgment on part 3 based on the first few chapters. Fucking fight me. Get over here. But you can't fight me though. Unless you get closer. Can't you? You can't beat the shit out of me until you get closer. And unfortunately, none of y'all can get closer. I want you to fucking try. Get over here. Fight me, bitch. Anyway, what was I? Playing with madness intensifies. I'm part of the PC master race. Why would I buy a peasant hardware, aka consoles? 3 heroes? Did I say 3 heroes? 3 houses. Jesus Christ. 3 heroes, 3 houses. Oh Lord. Yes, I was joking about the Switch. You should get Rabi because the bullet hell is very nice. Do you think the Death Stranding is gonna be the game to get Game of the Year from the majority of big sites? No. It's a very polarizing game. I don't feel that 2019 has had a definitive winner like Breath of the Wild in 2017 or God of War in 2018. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. That's my Game of the Year. Game of the Year 2019. That's the game I can safely recommend for $60. There are a few games. I've actually make my list of my favorite games of 2019. Won't spoil it though for now. But Fire Emblem 3 Houses is definitely on the very top. 3 houses this time, not 3 heroes. can't believe I said 3 heroes. Freaking. Oh, Fusion Slip. I'm playing Dust Diver on the Switch. It's like Persona mixed with Dynasty Warriors. Are you sure you're not referring to Persona 5 Scramble? Anyway, I wonder what made people think YouTube would ban you for using ad block. Really? I don't think so. Probably glad I didn't get Life is Strange. Life is Cringe too. What does being trans has anything to do with a murder mystery? Do you think Ubisoft is woke? Depends. Depends on where you're asking. Are you talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey? If so, yes, Ubisoft is pretty woke. But actually, I'm not so sure. Here's the thing about Ubisoft is that ever since Watch Dogs 2 is their most woke game. But that's because the game takes place in San Francisco. And it's San Francisco. So if you want to represent its modern day San Francisco accurately, you're gonna have people out there in there who are woke. So technically speaking, well, they have to make the game woke because San Francisco is pretty woke. Otherwise, you want to present a San Francisco that's not woke. That doesn't make any sense. A modern San Francisco that's not woke. It just doesn't make any sense. So, again, JoJo Part 7 is the best. I genuinely love it. I don't know. Can't go all the way I haven't gone all the way that far. So, are you zoning based? Are you a zoning based fighter? Class has ended. Time for me to go home. The Switch is the superior console. That doesn't mean it's dethroned PC Master Race, but it's good enough to be the right arm. Yeah, I agree. Buys plane tickets, try me bench. Though I did obtain MP4s of the JoJo OVA, so I may watch that later this month. Mine will be Borderlands 3 if it was on PC. Oh wait, I forgot Crack Watch is a thing. Have you ever had a lucid dream? Yeah, actually, I've had it, but I cannot control it. It is pretty cool when you can control it though. It's pretty cool that you can leap out of your body and just go out there wandering around the stuff. There are times where you sleep and then you dreaming of waking up and doing some stuff, but when you wake up, you realize you're still sleeping. I've had that sort of experience, but I cannot control it. So I won't spoil it. 3 Houses is on the top. I say on the top, but I don't specify which number. I don't specify which number. That's what I mean as I don't spoil it. In case you... So anyway. How's Daemon X Machina? I haven't bought Daemon X Machina because I ain't got cash. I ain't got cash to buy all the games. So I only got Death Stranding. So Death Stranding for now. So the Codex Astartes sends Space Marines brothers shouting for the Emperor by Blade Rippers to heretics. Oh, it's a freaking Warhammer reference. Oh yeah, minus half is still Eagle Eyes. I'm at minus 8.5 and know the headphones issue. Got contacts because of that. Didn't want to hurt you. Still catching up on stream. Thank you. I recommend the Snicker's review. He explains the hypocrisy of Watch Dogs 2's characters. Well, I wouldn't say the Watch Dogs 2 characters are heroes, but I can totally see how the Watch Dogs 2 characters are hypocrites. I can totally see how they're hypocrites, it's really interesting because they're trying to punish somebody for breaking someone's privacy by breaking their privacy. So you punish someone who is trying to break off somebody else's privacy, but you punish them by breaking off their privacy. And yeah, I can see why they're hypocritical. I can totally see it. So they're not exactly great characters, but they're fun characters. They're fun like anti-heroes, I suppose. The anti-hero figure, but they're not exactly like good characters, especially when you have freaking Marcus to shoot the living hell out of everybody. So, and where was I? Ubisoft aren't woke, they're just creatively broke. When you said 3 heroes, I heard no more heroes. Though I don't really care for many of Ubisoft franchises, just the main Rayman games I like from them. What 3D software opens .kmd animated model format? Search everywhere, can't find it. She says it's abstract thing, but it's nowhere to download. Huh. Maybe that's not the format that you use to edit in the 3D software. Maybe you should try to find out more details in that file format. I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with 3D modeling, so... That's funny. I'm reading a visual novel about a main character who has lucid dreams. Huh. Interesting. 3 houses. I came up from the bottom and up into the top for the first time I feel alive. Have you played Travis Strikes Again on Steam? It's on Steam? Do you know Labyrinth of Refrain? In my opinion, it's a lovely dungeon crawler that is severely underrated. Nope, I don't know what that is. We don't play Persona for the gameplay. We play it for the waifus and ships. Tips for Dora. By the way, Ubisoft needs to make another Rayman game. Yep. Other Worlds is okay, but the game showers you with loot halfway in. Yeah, it did. It showers you with way too much loot. It's way too much medicine, way too much ammo, way too much, a lot of things in the game. That's why I finished it in like 15 hours. 15 hours. People played that game for like 30 hours, 20 hours. I played the game so much. I finished a lot of the side quests to the point where I actually went online and looked for the side quests that I missed. I actually missed one companion, but I don't really need the companion. I pretty much fine with all five. With 5, 6. Anyway, so I use OBG for 3D modeling. The Outer Worlds is just a story about being edgy teenager with crazy hair. Yeah. I stopped caring for Ubisoft the day I was kicked off of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon in a fucking single player game because my internet broke. Jesus Christ. That's just horrible. That's why you should go pirated version. Because I played Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, the pirated version, but never actually had my chance to play the legit version, so. Where is I? Any good romance visual novel? Hatsukoi 1/1. That is the most basic romance visual novel that does everything. It does mostly right. It's fine. It does the job for the most part. And for a basic high school visual novel that has romance elements in it, I do recommend that. Hatsukoi 1v1. If you can get it on IGG Games. That's the one where I get my visual novel. That's pirated. That's a pirated site, but I can't exactly buy visual novels. So, let's see. Your thoughts on HBO's Watchmen TV show? Haven't seen it. Not interested in seeing. To answer that Travis Strikes Again question, yep, it's now on Steam. All right. Did you mention you build stuff in Death Stranding? Has anybody actually liked the stuff you left? Because I've had 0 likes so far. If you got disconnected from the, if you didn't log in from the game, you will never get likes. I didn't get likes on my stuff that I built because, well, I didn't log in and I didn't play online. Even though the game is it's designed for you to play online, but I just don't want to. Not really interested, and I don't want to have people bothering me or giving me likes and I have to like that, give me thumbs up, and what was it? Whatever. Thumbs up this stream. I dreamt I was a butterfly. I forgot myself, and I knew only my happiness is a butterfly. I awoke, and I was myself again. Did I dream that I was a butterfly, or do I now dream that I am a man? All of my lucid dreams either involve flying or henching into a Kamen Rider. Damn. Samus broke a cell. Also, that .kmd model file says AGI for texture files. So does anyone have any assumptions which could use the formats that file extensions are in GetTime to game? I don't know. This is not the question. This is not the place for tech support for 3D modeling because I don't know 3D modeling. If you want tech support for PC building, then I am the man for you. But if you want tech support for 3D modeling, I'm not that guy. So Katawa Shoujo is great, but actually there's no but. Katawa Shoujo is great. Katawa Shoujo is great. It's free anyway, so you might as well get it right now. So to be honest, Fallout New Vegas has the same problem. Too much bullets in mid and late game. Actually, you know what? Speaking of Fallout New Vegas, and speaking of Fallout New Vegas and Dream, I had a dream where Fallout New Vegas 2 is out, and I'm getting really excited and everything like that until I found out that Fallout New Vegas 2 is a horror game. So it's not the typical Bethesda sorts of Fallout game. Fallout New Vegas 2 is a horror game. It's a horror post-apocalyptic wasteland game that somehow involves the church, and the church is just using the human beings with the post-apocalyptic. It's something, I can't exactly remember the dream, but it's something about church. It's something about people being sacrificed and something about monsters roaming around the wasteland. It's scary, essentially. Something along those. It's kind of like Outlast 2, Fallout New Outlast 2, Fallout New Vegas Outlast 2, Fallout New Outlast 2, or something like that. It's very weird, very bizarre dream that I had, but sounds like an interesting concept. But anyway, where was I? Even with hardcore, 10,000 bullets would weigh only 30 pounds. Damn. If a looter shooter gave you loot like how Outer Worlds does, it'd top Borderlands 2. Is No More Heroes Matter 2 on Steam? Probably not. Yo, appabend, am I late? No, you're 30 minutes early for the real stream. So we're just doing a bunch of chatting with the chat here. So Dream of Butterfly, always ready for Dream. Don't want to give up. I'm so happy here. To be honest, expected it to be something the length of Fallout New Vegas, but I'm not hearing that from other world reviews. No, I can confirm that. It's only short, less than 20 hours at most. You can get 30 if you're very, very patient, but for me, I got it for like 15 hours and I'm pretty much done. So, New Vegas is horror. No, it's not. In some parts it is, but for the most part, it's like a post-apocalyptic survival, post-apocalyptic role-playing game. But I did dream of Fallout New Vegas 2 as being a horror game, which is absurd. Very bizarre. So, hey Appa, are you gonna laugh about what happened in North America Fate Go? I'm not too familiar, so I'm not too familiar with that. You play Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition yet? I haven't played the Definitive Edition, but I have played Age of Empires 2 back in the day. It was pretty fun. I loved it. Loved it so much. I love the cheat where you can spawn the car and just blast the living hell out of people. Anyway. Where is I? Children of Adam? Maybe? You have a dream, piano music starts. That sounds okay. Too many bootlets? Do it like in Metro. Bootlets are currency. Bullets are currency. Kato Shoujo is great at ripping your heart out of your chest and using it to your arteries as a guitar to play Dragon Force. Damn. The Church of Tods and Annex New Vegas. Of course it is. Of course they are. Like Bioshock Max guy. So it's Fallout New Vegas Shin Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei is already a post-apocalyptic game. So it's kind of redundant saying that it's a Fallout New Vegas. Maybe I do want like a Shin Megami Tensei. How would the Shin Megami Tensei first-person shooter go? Like you actually go out in the wilds and you shoot a bunch of demons, but actually no, that'd be boring, I guess. So where is I? Hyperdimension Nep, your opinion. I've played the first one. I haven't for like 30 minutes. Can't really. I kind of not really my thing, but it's fine. I kind of enjoy it, I guess. Fallout 3 has a Cthulhu storyline in it. Yeah, the one of the ruined houses that acts literally flashbacks of ghosts once you enter it, and it's pretty interesting. What's the building name? I forgot the building's name. You can remind me of the chat there. What's your biggest fear, Appa? My biggest fear is plants. Very weird, I know, but living plants, killer plants, poisonous plants, plants that you touch will freaking kill you. Those sorts of things, I'm just icky on those. Really, really icky on those. I'm fine with spiders. I mean, they're a bit icky, but it's nothing horrible or anything like that. But when you get involved plants, when there are those that you can touch and your skin will burn or something like that, that's ugh. Gavanturel donated 15 bucks. May as well as give shekels for Age of Empires 2 as well. Or Star Souls, whatever works. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. I'm gonna need the shekels to buy some more games and review more games and make more videos. If I have some time to make videos, because I'm very fucking busy these days. So, Fallout 3 is an easy game. Step 1, kill a couple easy enemies. Step 2, drag their corpses into fast travel point so you could instantly VATS aim on them once they respawn. Step 3, wait 3 them gaze. Repeat. Alright. Death Claws or Cazadors, the giant insects, which is the worst in New Vegas. 60, my girlfriend donated $1. Here you go. Anything I can do to support my man. Thank you so much, my dear. I love you. Anyway, where's I? God damn it. Freaking chat. Hyperdimension, your opinion, motherfucker. I already answered that. What happened with Fate Go North America? I don't know. Sword and Shield is why you always go physical. The virus is fucking hilarious for the digital version. Yeah, apparently I heard that the digital version will wipe out the data on your SD card, which is freaking insane. The Dunwich building, there's that one. That's the building. Do you think that the harem trope in anime, JRPGs, etc. could be used to make good stories? Yeah, I think harem stories have potential, especially when... You see, I'm going to give you one example of a harem story in an anime. I would say an anime, but it's mostly the manga that I read. It was Nisekoi. Nisekoi was the manga that I read when I go to Netherlands because I got shit to do. And I was like, there's this manga, I suppose it's finished. I read the manga and I can kind of see why it's a harem. I really like the fact that it's a harem story where the female characters don't instantly fall in love with the main guy. In fact, they have to progressively fall in love to the main guy. They have to, as you go to the story, they will find reasons in why the main guy is attractive to them. The problem with that is the fact that, well, in a harem story, the problem is that the main guy needs to make a decision. Otherwise, it's just gonna be harem. Otherwise, it's just gonna be, well, we're just gonna become friends and fuck y'all thoughts or something along those lines. But although that would be a great ending too. Oh, that'd be a great ending. And I kind of quit halfway through because the ship teasing is just ridiculous to the point where I just pick up a dojin and read oh, there's the conclusion right there. That's what you do when you have these freaking romance animes that have all these ship teases that you just couldn't get over it. Kaguya, I'm looking at you. So you just go at the dojins and there you go, story over, story ends. I can move on to other animes fucking finally. Anyway, where was I? Appabend confirmed water type. Guess poison ivy would haunt your dreams. Not really, just the plants, but the poison ivy herself, I'm fine with her. What about deep plants and their tendency to dendrophilia? I don't know what that is. Which is your least favorite animal? Least favorite animal, huh? That's an interesting question. My least favorite animal would go with rats because they freaking bite me. I had a bite mark of a rat. And the reason why I got bitten by a rat is because I tried to save them. The rat is literally stuck on the freaking sewer, the drain hole. I tried to save the rat out of the drain hole, but the rat bit me. I managed to save the rat. I managed to get the rat out of the drain hole because the rat bit me so hard that I lift my hand with enough force to lift the rat away. But I suppose that helps. And I got bleeding to the point where I have to go to the hospital and make sure I check the infections. Check for infections. So, hey Appa, have you played Far Cry 3? Yeah, I played Far Cry 3. It's amazing. I love it. Did you go guns blazing at the weed farm mission? Yeah. It's a pretty cool mission. Although I still prefer the San Andreas version. Plants are actually a logical fear, given the number of monster plants in fiction. The sea terrifies me. I can swim. The sea doesn't terrify me that much because I can swim. But with that being said, I am terrified of the whatever is inside the sea. It's to the point where I do not want to play Subnautica because I got icky at freaking sea creatures. Even though it's a great game and everything like that, but I just don't want to play Subnautica. I just don't like the sea creatures. Basically, we go on adventures, parties, and other stuff. I always thought characters, but only in their universe. You know Fort Wall in VR? I'm not crazy. I'm just talking multiverse. Okay? Every time you mention Shin Megami Tensei, I cry a little. We still don't have any information. Apparently, this also happens with the physical copies, but it's not as predominant as the download version. Because I think it's because the physical copies, you already have the game in there. You just need to install it from the SD card. But then there's the updates too. What's your favorite Digimon game? Rumble Arena? Because that's the one that I played the most on the PS1 back in the day. But I haven't played a lot of Digimon games to make decisions. So to pick one's my favorite. But I suppose Rumble Arena. So there's that. Sounds more like Game Freak step up their anti-piracy measures. Harem stories will be popular in the Middle East. What happened with Fate Go America? 24-hour maintenance, breaking everyone's login streak when they were giving out rewards that require a login streak. Damn. Hey, Appabend, I won't be able to stay for the stream. Hope it's a great one. Keep up the good work. Thank you. So, here I thought playing pirated version of HGSS were the peak. HGSS. Nisekoi Friendship Edition. That's the usual harem ending. Basically, the argument that people have for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Actually, you know what? Harem would be good for a visual novel. When you're the one who gets to pick the girl that you want to be with. That would be a good start. But then again, most visual novels are harem anyway, so... I suppose I rest my case. Anyway, basically, the argument that people have for Pokemon Sword and Shield is summarized with, don't ask questions, just consume products, and blah, 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 blah. You get the deal. Anyway, where was I? The alligator or snake, favorite reptile? I go with alligators. Because I barely see alligators these days, so. But I do see snakes quite a lot. Isekai anime, sword and sorcery anime. Isekai anime or sword and sorcery anime, Appa? You're implying that an isekai anime can't be a sword and sorcery anime. So, skunks are worse. Sword and Shield save data problem only happens on the bootleg microSD cards. Okay. Interesting. No, why let it die? You're talking about the rat that got stuck in a drain hole? Well, I could let it die, but I'm taking a bath. And if I don't get the rat out of the drain hole, and I'm taking a bath, the water is not coming in. So it's gonna be, so it's either it's flooding on my bathroom or I have to take the rat out of the drain hole. So ungrateful rat. I got yeeted by the freaking rat. Got a scar from an angry rabbit scratch. Damn. You should look up Lucy Chart Chinese Cheese Boys. You will like it. You should look Lucy Chart Cheese Boys. Wasn't that the, I think I saw that commercial. Wasn't that the commercial about the chart and all the snakes and everything like that? There are different types of snakes. This, and this. There are these snakes, and then these snakes, and then this snake, and then this snake, and then this snake, until it finally goes at the end, twist revealed. Turns out it's a chart making program. I think I saw that on a stream. Jotaro would agree. Ouch, damn rats. Appa, will you play Atelier Ryza? I have played Atelier Ryza, but I've only played like 20, 30 minutes of it. Maybe an hour of it. I don't know. I should check my footage. Yeah, around 20 to 30 minutes. It's fine. It's fine. It's nothing amazing or anything like that. It's overpriced as fuck though. I mean, goddamn. A lot of Koei Tecmo games. In fact, it's not just the Atelier games, the Dynasty Warriors games. They're ridiculously overpriced here. Koei Tecmo just don't want to do regional pricing for some reason. So there's that. What's the better JRPG with political intrigue? Fire Emblem or Fire Fantasy Tactics? I haven't played Fire Fantasy Tactics, so I can't make a decision. But Fire Emblem, as for Fire Emblem's political intrigue, it's pretty basic. It's not as complex as Trails. It's not as complex as Trails. Trails is a lot more complex in its politics and its economy and everything like that. The discussion about socials and the people's and the relationships and everything like that. Trails is a lot more complex in my opinion. Fire Emblem is pretty basic on its politics. You have this relationship and this and this and that, but they do confuse you with the terms though. You have to remember, oh, this city is, they're referring to this city is named this city, this character named this character is referring to this character referring to this city is referring to this setting is referring, that can get confusing, but in Trails, it doesn't usually get confusing for me in Trails, because they mostly explain it very well. Your thoughts on a Monty Python-esque Wild West live action isekai? If they can make it, yeah, I would see it. Read more Lovecraft or get seaweed on your foot without knowing when it got there. Reaper Mama's a bitch. Under the sea, sharks are swimming at you because they're gonna eat you under the sea. What are your thoughts on Spyro Reignited? I bought it on Steam during a sale and I fell in love with it. I haven't played Spyro Reignited, so can't really for my opinions on it. Just Yuri is getting update on the 17th. Yuri from Doki Doki Literature Club. I chat with her on my laptop. HGSS, Pokemon Heart and Gold and Soul Silver on DS. Okay. Most harem anime used to be VN adaptations. Yeah. Will you play Mein Waifu is the Führer? Nah, not really. Not that interested. I would like to have enough programming knowledge to create a visual novel. Making a visual novel is not that complicating, because visual novels are just you write the dialogues and then you just write the if statements. As for the visuals, the complicating part is the visuals, the drawing the visuals and everything like that, and programming it so that it appears on the right time and the right frame and everything like that, and then also programming the menu functionalities and the keyboard controls and all that. That's the complicating part, but the easy part was the drawing the story and everything like that. So I'd suggest making the story first, making the flow chart and how it goes, and then you learn how to build the visual novel, the program and everything like that. Criminal Imagination donated $1. You think the first mainline Pokemon game on Home's console would have leagues better presentation than Sun and Moon, but it's very similar in how minimalistic it is. Also, you shouldn't be able to encounter a level 50 Steelix in a 15 zone. Okay, thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Not too familiar with Pokemon, so. Let's see, where was I? Misquotes are the worst, nobody likes them. Have you seen the Konosuba movie? I haven't seen the Konosuba movie because they didn't air it here. They haven't aired Promare either, and I want to see Promare. Hey Appa, Cooking Master Boy, Mr. Ajiko or Food Wars? Can't really pick one. Not too familiar with cooking and not really that familiar with cookers anime, and not really that fan of food anyway, so. Haven't seen alligators lately. Alligators are in the US and China. You mean crocodiles? Oh. Oh. There's a difference. I didn't know that there's a difference. Forgive me. Played any of the other Atelier games? No, I have only played Razer. And again, I can't play them. I can just pirate them or something. But in fact, I pirated Razer because it's ridiculously expensive. But I haven't played any of them because again, they're ridiculously expensive, and I'm really not that interested in any of their games. Sometimes I go existential and think that nature could evolve differently, and we could have symbiotic creatures instead of parasitic creature who kill us. Will they ever release Tales of Cold Steel 3 on PC? If they will, I will play it. Have you survived No Nut November? I don't participate in No Nut November. You don't survive No Nut November. You can't say if you don't participate in it or something. Python was designed to look like a pseudocode. It's very simple. Have you been playing Death Stranding? If so, do you like it? Yeah, I've been playing Death Stranding. I've been playing it for like 30 hours at this point. I've been just mostly rebuilding America, rebuilding streets, finding materials, reloading the game to respawn the mules, and if it actually works. I'm not sure it confirms, but at this moment, I'm trying to get the materials from the mules, trying to rebuild the freaking roads and everything like that. That's what I'm trying to do with the game. So, Ranglage for BN, RenP, and Python. Yeah. I always want to try alligator meat anyway. I want to create 3D tank game because all free-to-play tank games are pay-to-win crap. Will you live stream yourself playing Death Stranding? Probably not. I do want to do reviews of Death Stranding, and I want to get all the clips, all the footages of it. But I can't get all the footages of it unless if I, record the game. And unfortunately, I cannot record the game footage and stream at the same time. So, I'm thinking of more of a visual novel, more on the line of Tokimeki Memorial. If you think the art has to be of any quality, look at Yumineko no It doesn't. All right. You cough so much, you should quench your thirst with gamer juice. So any good ratios? Probably some. There's some ratios, but I would say they're good, but there are some ratios. Favorite brand of cereal, Appa? I've only eaten Cocoa Crunch. That's the only cereal that I've eaten. I've never eaten any other cereals other than that. Have you ever noticed? God damn it. Okay. Overread that. I watched the Konosuba movie. Good lord, I've never laughed so hard in my life. Have you seen how the progressives are losing their shit over South Park being satire comedy for over a decade now? They've been doing that again. I thought they've been doing that for every day. Have you ever noticed how no one asks where are her organs when a character is exaggeratedly obese? That is a pretty interesting question. Does Persona 5 Get Royal, the Royal look promising enough for you to get it? And if to get an uncap, yeah, I will do an uncap on Persona 5 Royal, obviously. If there are no games on that time window. Sci-fi or high fantasy isekai? Good question. I suppose because high fantasy isekai have been overdone to death, I do want to see a sci-fi isekai. People want a darker version of... What? That's incomplete. I was watching someone else play it and suddenly there's Pokemon with strange level gaps. Huh, interesting. That Uzaki poll is about saying that Japanese women don't like the character. The donating blood thing, I think that poll is lying. I got it from Hero High. Oh, that one. Yeah, I think I remember that. So, yeah, the problem with that poll is that one, it's an online poll, and two, they're asking non-weebs. the donation is clearly supposed to be, for the weebs out there, for the donate. I suppose they're trying to cater to the weeb demographic and say, hey, weebs, do you want to donate? I got an anime TD right here. You want to donate blood? But if you ask the normies, of course they're going to say, I don't like the character. Because, well, they're normies. Python is garbage? Really? Okay. So not only are you late and gay, but a coomer. Not only are you late and gay, but also a coomer. Is that the coomer the slur for the people who don't do No Nut November? If so, yes, I am a coomer. Local Indonesian is rebuilding America. I will recommend Atelier Sophie. It's the start of the Mysterious trilogy, and I think it's a price around 30 euros or something like that, and it's a good game as well. I'll pirate it because, again, Koei Tecmo doesn't do original pricing here. They always jack up their prices. Death Stranding looks at 17 hours and 17 hours in DayZ. Death Stranding isn't even fun to watch though. No, it's not. It's again, since it's a simulator, it's a delivery simulator. It's like watching somebody play Euro Truck Simulator. Do you want to watch somebody play Euro Truck Simulator? So, rebuilt Indonesia, but it's just Bali. Have you ever had hamburger with pineapple? I've never had hamburger ever. I've never had hamburger ever. That's the sad state of my life. So, will you review Rooster Teeth's Genlock show and talk about the drama behind the scenes? I'm not familiar with either, so I don't talk about them. What's a good first visual novel that isn't just pure porn or katawa shoujo? If My Heart Had Wings. That's the visual novel that I recommend that. Well, there's porn if you get the uncensored version, but it's, for the most part, it's just a wholesome a visual novel about trying to make an airplane. That's it. And you got a bunch of characters there that are pretty interesting. They're pretty cool. They're pretty fun. And one of the waifus out there is actually pretty cool. One of the waifus out there is the older sorts of the Onesan waifu, who is basically the kludzy and the ditzy girl who is also a technician who has massive fucking dits. That's the best waifu in the game. So, Towns of Water donated $2. Besides of Life is Twitter 2, what other games also do politics terribly? Also, y'all need hamburger. Besides Life is Politics 2, Life is Twitter 2, I suppose you could say Battlefield 5 if you play the campaign, because the campaign is, it doesn't represent correctly. The campaign of the game is not representing the real world historical accuracy correctly, which is weird because, well, Battlefield 5 is not exactly accurate like in the the concept either, but the campaign, apparently it's not historically accurate. They just try to exaggerate a lot of the things, and the credits of men are being credited to women for some reason. But anyway, thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Let's see. Would you play a game where you play as one of the 6 unarmed people that hunt down a school shooter? Why? Why would you do that? That's horrible. I think he talks about South Park's episode on transgender athletes. Huh. I haven't seen that. Well, I haven't seen South Park in general, so. Don't mind me just watching your stream while doing my laundry. Okay. I wonder why SJWs are so obsessed with organs. They're so obsessed with realism because they cannot handle fiction. To me, and any other new survival game, to me, it looks like a DayZ knockoff. To me, any other new survival game, to me, it looks like a DayZ knockoff. Okay. Till dear, synaptic wipe space for anything other than separation is a bad idea. And Python users from Future Bloat, just look at the latest edition and you'll know why I think that. Okay. All right. Everyone always asks where are her organs. No one asks how are her organs. Oh, hey, just in time for the memes. That's because weebs are virgins and their blood isn't tainted by STD. Never read it, but I know there's one book called Wizard Knight. Guy ends up in the body of a fantasy hero. Makes you want an isekai where a fantasy hero switches bodies with an otaku and we see both. Better a coomer than a boomer. Otaku blood is best blood. It's pure, it's non-tarnished. Come back when you learn the code in Holy See with 640, 480, and 16 colors. Is that Terry Davis? Anyway. Howdy Appa, base biology. Would you play the new Star Wars game? I don't have cash to play the new Star Wars game, which is why you should donate to me. I need shekels to play the new Star Wars game. Donate to me. I don't have cash, so I'll stick to Death Stranding. I need to review that before I get to Star Wars. It looks kind of like a Tomb Raider game in the Star Wars universe. No, it's more like a Dark Souls game in the Star Wars universe. Have you eaten Mexican food? No, I haven't eaten Mexican food. Good starting visual novel. Fate Stay Night. If you can get it. If you can get Fate Stay Night. Yeah, sure. It's a good starting visual novel. But if you get it legit at least. Appa, whenever you get to California, tell your girlfriend to take you to In-N-Out. You'll take me later. Why? Have you ever played Uwatareru Mono? It's a great SRPG with a very unique world and an awesome twist towards the end. The music is really good as well. I haven't played that. I don't know about that. I know someone who likes barbecue sauce on pizza. You can't stop the fun of Majikoi as a visual novel. Fate visual novel, okay, there's porn, but also something more interesting. Eating a burger is mandatory here in America. You will eat them. No. Ever played any of the Fate visual novel? As well as played. I've played the first Fate, actually Fate Stay Night. That's the only one I played, but I haven't gone far from it. I haven't gone to the split branch and everything like that. Gavin Troll donated $1. Shekels for a candy bar maybe. Thank you so much for the donation, guys. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Senpai noticed me. Big sister or little sister is better? Big sister? It depends. It depends on how little the little sister is. Actually, why sister in general? Why the incest, guys? That moment when you've seen all of Oremo. Man, Battlefield 5 was such a fail in many ways. Also, a good visual novel that isn't porn via 11 Halley. That is also pretty good, especially the re-release on the Switch. They got re-released on the Switch. If you don't want to play it on PC, you want to play it on whatever you want to go it, and you just want to have chill and everything like that, play it on the Switch. I'm back for memes. I'm back. Sorry, my internet went nuts. Senpai noticed me again. 67. My girlfriend donated $1. In-N-Out is a popular burger joint here in California. I know what In-N-Out is because it's delicious. That's why the person recommends that. And yes, you and I will eat them. Man. Thank you so much for the donation, my darling. Keep them coming. And to y'all, keep them coming too. Appabend 2 SCWs. But realism just means make your characters as fat, ugly, and miserable as I am. Exactly. Even if there was no agenda, Battlefield 5 was just boring based on from what I've seen. Joker, after all of his neutral special, he uses a gun. Hell, every time I think of Battlefield 5, I yawn. Have you ever had pizza? I've had veggie pizza, but nothing much other than that, I guess. Imagine going to California. I don't have money to pay you, but do you take my take my firstborn daughter? Excuse me? Excuse me, do you take my firstborn daughter? Excuse me, hello? Hello? Okay. In-N-Out sucks, go to Five Guys instead. I'm gonna play Stay DPRK. If you're going to California, stay away from the Bay Area. Yeah, I played Watch Dogs 2 and I'd stay away from that too. Man, YouTube streaming works really slow today. It took almost a minute for the video to start playing. Works now, though the quality is rubbish. Yep. For my stream in particular, yeah, the stream's rubbish in particular. So, a catchphrase, appabend's catchphrase is "it depends." Don't mind me, just playing Tales of Vesperia while I watch the stream. Also, since I'm here, what do you think of the Tales series? See my Tales of Vesperia review. In case you missed that, the uncapped Tales of Vesperia on my channel, search for it, you find it. Played Soul Sacrifice, aka the only reason to own a Vita. Nope, I haven't played that, and I don't own a Vita, so I can't really say. I heard the outrage people want to ban Thanksgiving, but I know it's not gonna happen. Why would you ban Thanksgiving? Are you a programming virgin that needs to use an IDE, or are you a Chad that does everything in Notepad++? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. Sometimes I just use Notepad++ to edit INI files, but for the most part, I just use IDE. So I suppose I could say the virgin Chad or the Chad virgin. Is Dream Daddy a good visual novel? I don't know. I haven't played Dream Daddy. In your opinion, what is the best food in your region? I don't eat that many food in my region because I don't like food in general. So In-N-Out don't have bacon in their burger. 0 out of 10. In-N-Out is weak compared to Five Guys. Wait, pre-stream is over already? Yeah, apparently we have been chatting for almost an hour now. For an hour. So just one more minute. Furries make good looking fatties, but some are into slobs as well. In-N-Out is better than every other restaurant. Okay. Big sister equals big bazungas unless she's fast chested. Do you like Christmas? Yeah, I like Christmas. What about Christmas? Devil May Cry 2 is best game. Oof. Imagine the world is in jeopardy just because of a sandwich. I tried Popeye's chicken sandwich and it was meh. Grevon Tyrrell donated $3. Chick-fil-A fun for when you get to America, or for more video networks too. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming, Graph. Keep them coming. Tell me about Indians. I take Five Guys or Shake Snack over In-N-Out, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not too familiar. You guys are talking about the freaking food joints in America. I know about the food joints, the In-N-Outs and the Subways and the freaking the Five Guys and the Popeyes or everything like that. But Appa's a virgin Chad. What do you mean Notepad++? Real Chad's code in Vim. Damn. Visual Code Studio virgin here. Starving Appa confirm. I'm actually pretty starving right now. Probably gonna need some food after the stream. Padoru. God damn it, Padoru. We haven't gotten to Christmas yet, but we're already Padoru. So, in your opinion, what is the game genre that is underrepresented today? Real-time strategy games, racing games, the burnout sorts of games. I personally prefer Little Chub on Real Life Girls. Is 156 centimeter good for a woman of 18? It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's fine. Anyway, there's the timer. Oh man, let there be memes or hot takes on the internet. I don't know. I should retitle my stream. It's not meme stream because there aren't really a lot of memes. But well, I kind of got stuck with it, so I have to do it anyway. So anyway, yeah, timer's over. Gonna remove the timer. I'm gonna... Wow, that donation just came in. Unfortunately, no words being said on the donation. Just donated $3. Thank you so much for the donation. Unless there's a word in there. I can't see the word. At least Streamlabs doesn't say there's a word, but you donated $3 anyway. So thank you so much for the donation. Now let's actually get to the memes. The fan arts first. Love fan arts. Love fan arts. There's only one fan art for today, and that's from my lovely girlfriend. Lovely girlfriend, just me cuddling on the freaking bed. Kiss from my tired days. Anyway, thank you so much for the fan art. If you guys want to send me fan art, send me on Twitter or on Gmail or links down below. DM me or post it on Twitter or whatever. Send me the fan arts. They're pretty great. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. So, anyway, now let's get to the... Of course, we're going to start off with the Meanwhile in Indonesia. So, Meanwhile in Indonesia, a famous artist can't use nail clippers. More at 11. I mean, imagine being so privileged that you can't. How can you not use nail clippers in 2019? Nail clippers. It's freaking nail clippers, man. It's just. Here's a nail clipper, okay? They usually pack it like this. Okay, you flip it down like that. You can flip it like that, and you put it like this. So it goes like that. And then you punch it down, put your nail in, you clip it. What? Why is this so hard? Why can't you use nail clippers? Why do I have to be the one who gives you the tutorial for basic needs? Bruh. Oh, man. There's also this. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, a woman found a GoPro in the women's bathroom in a university. I forgot to clarify, an active GoPro. A GoPro that is recording women in the bathroom. The suspect got caught. It's quite interesting that I never thought that we're living in a time, we're living in an Indonesian society where people are rich enough to buy GoPros and they're willing to risk their freaking $300, $500, $600 GoPros and put them in some pipe to spy on women on the bathroom. Was it DC Douglas? Oh man, that was that. That was flipping dumb. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, apparently some people want to wipe out Bali and Toba and pretend that they don't exist because those regions are not majority Muslim. There's a hashtag here says Coret Bali dan Toba, which means scratch Bali and Toba from the existence of Indonesia. So they're gonna scratch me. They're gonna scratch people in my region. They're gonna scratch my hometown because I am not Muslim. Because they're not majority Muslim. Apparently, they're going to make a hashtag for it that got trending. That's it, guys. I'm over. It is cancel appabend time. It is time to cancel appabend because I'm not Muslim and therefore I do not fit the criteria of being an Indonesian. to be fair, the trending, the hashtag is not filled with people actually saying, no, Balinese people should get away. It's just filled with people who are like, wow, this is bullshit. Why do you have to kick on Balinese people just because they're not Muslim? Seriously. Oh, man. Anyway, and there's also this really stupid trending topic. And actually, a bunch of really stupid trending topic in Indonesia, too. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, trending topic is about kicking LGBT people out of the country. Yeah, let's just kick them. Yeah, let's just kick LGBT people out of the country. The tag is filled with Indonesian LGBT people fighting back. Well, it's Twitter, so of course the woke Indonesian is gonna be there. Anyway, what's with the freaking slideshow? It's getting a bit slower. I'm gonna reopen poor PowerPoint these days because PowerPoint. God damn it, PowerPoint! Stop erroring on me. Okay, are you smooth right now? Okay, perfect. Anyway, meanwhile in the meanwhile in Indonesia, a cross hijaber, freaking a cross hijaber. If you don't know what a cross hijaber is, it's exactly what you expect. A cross hijaber got caught in Aceh, no less. The region that is so extremely Muslim that it still has public whipping, that it will publicly whip people for blasphemy. I am amazed. I am amazed that there are people who have balls so fucking big that they're freaking willing to risk their lives, risk their freaking dignity to cross-dress with a freaking hijab in a region that will punish you by whipping you in public. That takes fucking balls. That takes huge fucking balls. So the cross hijaber here is not the feminine one. This is the masculine one. This is some fucking Chad cross hijaber here. I mean, goddamn. And people are worried that if he enters women's bathroom, well, unfortunately, that's the issue with cross-dressing and, I suppose the trans people in general. The trans people in general, the community and their issues with the bathrooms and everything like that. We won't go over that too much. That's a whole other topic. But yeah, people are worried, I suppose. Oh man, the trans hijabers, man. It is a ma'am. It is a ma'am. Traps are illegal. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, this one is depressing as hell. Meatball vendor was getting free Wi-Fi at a nearby store. But then the Fire Nation attack. Police arrested him under suspicion of possessing drugs. He was found innocent, but he got traumatized by the arrest to the point where he is afraid to go to work. Just imagine. Imagine you're some guy just getting really tired and unfortunately you ran out of mobile data. So you look around to find some free Wi-Fi and there you go. You got a store, got some free Wi-Fi. You hook up your phone to the free Wi-Fi at the store and then some police goes at you and say, you have drugs? Is these your drugs? No, these must be your drugs. Then turns out he's innocent. But then you're kind of afraid. You're really afraid of going to that store again because of that incident. So unfortunately, he's afraid to go to work, and he got a pregnant wife, and he needs to feed his family. So man, I wish him the best of luck. Really, really wish him the best of luck. Jesus, poor meatball man. And now we have moved on from the dumb Indonesian news into the boomer. Man, Gab, you've been here for 2 weeks. For another week, for 2 weeks. This week and last week. Because Gab is just, it's right wing. The right wing SJW, you could say that. I don't know how else to describe it. They're basically doing what the SJWs have been doing, except they're on the right wing. And Gab is basically Twitter, except it's on the other side. When Twitter is just full of leftists and everything like that, Gab is filled with rightists. Freaking boomer. Porn is cancelled. So Gab cited a bunch of articles. The first one is from National Review. PayPal cuts off over 100,000 Pornhub performers. Actually, this is a whole lot of story in and of itself. But basically what happens is that PayPal cuts off over 100,000 Pornhub performers. They cut them off because apparently Pornhub is caught, or I suppose is complacent with a certain sex trafficking ring. A certain sex trafficking or sexual, I suppose, yeah, sex trafficking ring, I suppose you could say that. And PayPal essentially cuts cuts everybody off, even the people who are doing legit, because some people in Pornhub are doing sex trafficking, or at least a porn agency that that lies to their employees, to their sex workers. But yeah, it's a whole other story. Can't really go too much on it, but that's like the basic story of the entire situation. It's really dumb, really dumb thing that PayPal is. Actually, PayPal has been, cutting financial feeds off of people. That's why I use Skrill these days. I use Skrill because Subscribestar doesn't accept PayPal. So that's why you have to use other means of payment. I use this thing that Subscribestar recommended me called Skrill, which takes a bit of time to verify, but thankfully the support team there is very nice. They're very respectful and everything like that. And I managed to verify the account and I got my Subscribestar cast. So there's that. It's good for me, but I still have my PayPal account, thankfully. But there are gonna be times where they're gonna cut me off because I talk lewd shit or whatever, or I do things that they disagree with. Anyway, discounting support for NS not safe for work IMGR are subsections associated with Reddit communities, and a bunch of articles, old articles, talking about how Tumblr and IMGR, a bunch of social media is trying to ban porn. And there's this one: Kanye West speaks out on porn addiction. It's not okay. Yeah, it's not okay. That's why you have to moderate yourself. You can't be addicted to porn like 24/7. You have to be able to control yourself. You have to be able to do things in moderation. Yeah. I don't see the issue with this statement. He's right. Porn addiction can be not okay. It's not okay. Anyway, moving on. So, also the funny thing about Gab is that, do you guys remember this tweet from Gab? There's this other tweet that I quote tweeted from Gab. They deleted it. The tweet was them attacking my girlfriend and saying that she's Catholic, making fun of her Catholic because she defends lolis. Because get it? Catholic, lolis, get it? The Catholics, they like to groom children, and someone who identifies as Catholics defending lolis, get it? Ha ha. That's the joke, apparently. So fucking I got called out by this random Anan. Fucking brain so poisoned he thinks all criticism of pornography is SJW shit. Where? Where have I ever said that this is SJW shit? I suppose on last stream, I guess. Not last stream, just a couple minutes ago, I said Gab is right-wing SJW, but because they are. And I suspect that this is a troll because he said this. Base Indonesian government, by the way, execute pornographers. Damn, just execute them. I mean, why not? I mean, they're just making porn. They're just making pornography. They're just making things to jerk off to. They're trying to cancel people who are doing No Not November. They should be fucking executed. And there's also this. I mean, my girlfriend got attacked by so many freaking boomers. It's amazing. So many freaking Catholics, so many freaking boomers, because she how dare she, as a Catholic, respects freedom of speech and allows artists to draw whatever they like. I am Catholic, but also like Freemasonic bullshit. Is this the American talking, or maybe it's the anime? Maybe both. I'm going to write both. Okay. What is this? Okay, boomer. What? I need to play this. She got baffled because this person got baffled because my girlfriend calls me her senpai Shota. You see why I hate anime. This Christian agrees with you 100%. Lewd anime. That's why they censored it. Posting or retweeting porn of any form on my timeline will result in a block. Posting or retweeting occultic, satanic, or any blasphemous shit onto my timeline will result in the same unironic anime spam with few exceptions. Will also same unironic anime spams with few exceptions will also do the same. There are other things, but they should be obvious. And my girlfriend responded, "Dang, I think I found someone more dense than me when it comes to a joke." And is more moderate when it comes to waifus. It would be a shame if a person gets spammed with anime titties. Buh ha 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 ha. What a good Catholic you are, encouraging others to fall into sin. Apparently, spamming anime waifus is a sin now. Oh my god. That fan art last week that you drew for me, that was the one where you dress as a nurse and I say, "I repent," that is more relevant these days. I love you too. But man, the Schadenfreude is glorious. I wonder why the person doesn't block me if they don't want to see anime waifus. That's sinful. Do you think that person is secretly thirsty for me? Too bad, I already have someone else who really loves me. The Schadenfreude is glorious. I just love being proven right about anime. Plus, blocking doesn't always work when it comes to getting spam. Okay, boomer. Okay. Repent, boomer. Repent, weeb. Oh man, there's this. And there's also this. You're not a Catholic. Okay. And there's also this. Only one of these. What do you want to eat first? There's some there's some girl over here posting picture of her and her ass and then asking, what do you want to eat first? You want to eat the girl or you want to eat the food? Only one of these things will keep me nurtured, and sadly, it isn't the woman anymore. I need to play. Oh, I need to play. Oh, I'm sorry. No, not you. Not you. I need to play. Oh man, I love this sad violin even more. Supposed to write down how I feel and who I am now. Should I write down how lonely I constantly feel or just write some basic bullshit? Just gonna write down Kuma. Oh my god. Dude. Dude, what is wrong with you, dude? Okay, Coomer. Repent, Coomer. Remember to always be soft and fluffy. Easy for you to say, woman. Oh. Oh man. Oh man, you cannot be soft and fluffy because you're a man. That's just horrible. Some people on Twitter test my damn patience. Okay, so this is a video of a woman saying, I have an announcement. If you unfollow someone if I unfollow a streamer because they announced that they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you're a trash bag. And in some point, I kind of agree. I mean, if you seriously just follow someone because you want to be their boyfriend or your girlfriend, I think you need to reevaluate your sex life. But anyway, nobody wants to date you, go away. Okay, incel? Okay, Coomer. Is it okay, Coomer? Okay, incel? Okay, incel or okay, Coomer? I don't know. Okay, boomer? Okay, Coomer? Okay, incel? I don't know which one to choose because any on one of those would fit. Okay, in Coomer. If you're anti-cop, follow me, kindly fuck off. Huh. Interesting. I hope they kill your dog. Very good argument, my friend. Whoa, hold up. If you're anti-cop and you follow me, kindly fuck off. I hope they kill your dog. Where did that come from? We're talking about cops. And it just suddenly just dog. Malik donated $1. What is it about Twitter that causes people to just go insane? Too much consumption of it. Too much talking to people that are, well, not great. But anyway, thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. That's why Twitter has to be moderate. You need to go to Twitter on moderation. That's why you don't always need to go to Twitter. So it's not acceptable. Why am I still on the stream if appabend won't date? Because I have a freaking girlfriend. Anyway, Dude, you aren't even old enough to be on this side. Actually, I am. Maybe come up with a compelling argument next time instead of wishing silly things upon people. You want compelling arguments? Okay. How come that as a gay folk you support the police? The same oppressive tool that was used to dismantle many LGBT rallies in the 60s and 70s. How come you support the police when it's not to enforce laws, but the status quo of the ruling class? Okay, communists. Okay, communists. Okay, commie. Should we call the helicopters? Should we? I need this. Where's? Come. I just need the line. I just need the line.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Thank you. And thank you, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, can you repeat that again?
To the chopper!
No.
Get to the chopper!
There we go. Finally. Classic Arnold Schwarzenegger. Always been giving the good stuff. Get to the chopper! Anyway. But hey, why would you care after all? It's only black people that get shot. How many black cops killing black folks does it take until it's not a bandwagon anymore? How about the black cops? Do you think they're racist too? Maybe not like the white ones, but they can be corrupt too. Besides, how many black cops are there in the first place? The police is predominantly white. I think there are a bunch of black cops out there. I think you need to go out into the world, and if you stay in your room for a while, then I suppose you don't know how the real world looks like. But I actually see more black cops than white cops, so I don't know. Depends on the city, I guess. Anyway, let's talk about the organs. The Captain Marvel organs. Oh man, this fan art has caused so many complaints of the organs. First off, I just want to give this. That Captain Marvel is good now. Captain Marvel is very good now. The massive freaking titties, man. The massive freaking titties. Pablo Romero Art posted this fan art of Captain Marvel, and people got pissed because the titties are way too big. How fucking hard is it to not fucking sexualize women? Where the fuck are her organs? You see, let me tell you why Twitter is cancer. This tweet got these freaking stats. Look, these stats, man. These freaking stats. So these are the sorts of things that just made me go, just kind of lose faith in humanity. You know what? Seriously, man. What the fuck are her organs? Here. Right there on the titties. Right there on the titties. There's all of her organs right there. We got a response from the organs community. We got the response for the organs. There's the organs. You'll find it all in her titties. All the intestines and the freaking lungs and everything like that. On the titties. Not safe for work warning. Imagine thinking these people are... So, you... This is a real life woman with actually real life big boobs. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking demonetized, but real big fucking boobs. And then you say, imagine actually thinking these two are the same. But they are though. But they are. But they are the same. They have big tits, and you're complaining about how unrealistic the organs are. I can hear her back snapping through my phone. Oh, yikes. 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 Watch it, guys. Watch it. Apparently drawn women can make your backs to snap. Yikes. Yikes. Oof. A Captain Marvel. Waste of such great talent, shaking my head. Waste. I wanted to make a pun and then felt it's... Oh my... I thought that was a typo, but you know what? I'm just gonna put this as well. Waste of such great... Boo. Have you ever heard of an art style? Yes, my dude, but I also know this Pablo dude probably has zero respect for women. Damn. Apparently, if you draw women sexually, you have no respect for them. Which is very weird, because if I draw women like they're a bunch of fat, ugly feminists, Bunch of fat, ugly feminists. You play Code Vein, there's this fat, ugly women as one of the enemies. If I draw women like that, does that make me have 100 respect for women? If I draw them as fat feminists, that means I have 0 respect. Or at least they think I have 0 respect. But if I draw them sexy and beautiful and everything like that, I also have 0 respect to women. You can't win with these people. You can't win. No respect for the women. Men who draw women like this deserve no rights. Damn. And I'm genuinely scared of them. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, the feminists. Oh, listen, the feminists. I was to say the violins, the violin, the sad violin. Oh, you're scared. Boo-hoo, man. Boo-hoo. Have you, I don't know, taken biology? Okay, Tom Holland. Okay, Tom Holland, can you stop? Can you stop going on Twitter and start saving people? There are people out there in need saving in New York, okay? Instead of you going to Twitter and criticize some random Anna who's making some drawings on the internet. God damn it, Spidey. Have you, I don't know, taken biology, anatomy, even life drawing classes? Yeah, women can't ever physically look like this. Except they can. We just literally, proven that they can. There are women who look like that. And then there's it turns into a fucking meme. Have you, I don't know, taken biology, anatomy, even life drawing classes? Yeah, women can ever physically look like this. Oh man. The freaking meme that spawned for this. It's a very small minority of memes, but it was a freaking nice copy pasta in that one. What the hell is that? Have you, I don't know, taken biology, anatomy, even life drawing classes? Yeah, women can't ever physically look like this. You know what? I'm gonna do something horrible. Oh man, I didn't have the art. I didn't have the art, but I need to get the fan art of Astolfo with boobs, and then I just asked, have you, I don't know, taken biology, anatomy? Oh man. And thanks to this, we got so many freaking arts. Because of this, we got so many freaking people posting fan arts of sexy Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is good now. Captain Marvel is good now. We are blessed. Captain Marvel is good now. We got boobs. More of this, please. More of this. The nice consequences of people, the outrage culture. The outrage culture, you got people telling you shouldn't draw these things, and then you have people who actually drew these things. So congratulations for all the artists out there who stood their grounds and dared to, including the original artist. The original artist received all the support and likes. The drawing got so many attention and so many freaking dumbass critiques, but he stood up to their grounds, Pablo. Good job for you, Pablo. Good for you. Good for you. Keep on drawing, man. You do some great art, some great thick-ass, sexy women. Good job. Huge claps, huge props to all of y'all. Fate restored humanity. Humanity restored. Faith in humanity restored. The Dark Souls. Oh, speaking of faith in humanity, I'm gonna dry in my faith in humanity after this. Why are you always keep popping up? It's always this freaking slot. This freaking this Twitter account with the slot profile picture. It's always making the bad takes. I am so glad YouTube wasn't around in the 80s, or there'd be a cottage industry of reactionaries claiming Ellen Ripley was a Mary Sue because she could use a pulse rifle and a power loader. No. She can use a pulse rifle because Hicks taught her how to do it. At least that's what I remember from the film. I think it was Hicks. It was Hicks. It was Hicks who did that, who taught her how to do it. As for the power loader, well, she's an engineer. Scientist. She's working on the mining sort of thing. She can kind of use it. It's kind of like part of her profession. So, I don't know. So, anyway, what is this? I am honestly sick and tired of Mining operation. Can handle machinery. Okay, there you go. I'm honestly sick and tired of men over-sexualizing women, not just adult women, but underage girls as well. I don't care if it's just a drawing or it's fictional. That does not give you the fucking right to go and sexualize and objectify, you mean. Objectify us as sex toys. Us or the US. Objectify US as sex toys. You know what? We should US as sex toys. We should objectify the United States of America as a bunch of fucking sex toys. Let's sexualize and objectify the United States of America. Also, man, we're not sexualizing and objectifying you. Don't project yourself to these fictional characters, to these drawings, and thinking that they're you, because they're not. They are even better than you. They are much better than you. And you're just jealous that you have to face the reality that these drawings are better than you. If you're gonna defend the sexualization of women and underage girls, you are a pedophile. Okay. If you're going to defend the sexualization of underage girls and you call them pedophile, at least I understand. But women in general? The sexualization of women, you mean women as in women who are adults too? Are you going to call them pedophiles as well? So regardless of whether or not the women... Actually, you know what? Maybe she's right. Maybe the... Maybe if we draw women, like, have you, the Nezuko fan art that is grown up, the grown up fan arts in general, the fan art of characters who are lowly, they're turning to grown up, we're still being called pedophiles for that. So I suppose there's some truth to this horrendous statement that we're going to be called pedophiles regardless, even if the women is on legal age. So anyway. God damn, my throat. Malik donated $1. Damn it, come back to Streamlabs. How much do you want to bet she's a BTS stan? Oh man, I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my voice. Thank you so much for the donation. I better keep on donating before I lose my voice. Anyway, so yes, because shaming women's bodies is empowerment. So apparently, hating over sexualization equals slut shaming. Yes. 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 You are slut shaming the fictional characters. You are telling these fictional characters to please cover up. That's what you do. That's what you've been doing. This is the same account that let me. This is you. This is you. It's you. That's what you've been doing. You've been slut shaming these fictional women. just say you're scared of titties and go. Yeah, you're scared of titties. This person is scared of titties. I actually love titties. I am putting this on that. As my voice goes down into oblivion, as it drags down my voice, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna drink. I better take a drink before I lose it. Oh man. Whoa. I just chopped my freaking headphones off. Anyway. Better take a drink before I lose it, man. Throat. Oh man. Oh, excuse me, princess. Anyway, it's an extreme thirst. Freaking extreme thirst. I'm not even 3 minutes into this episode on Fire Force, episode 12. Okay, I'm not even 3 minutes into this episode of Fire Force, episode 12. The OP hasn't played yet, and I feel like hitting something out of frustration. This fucking terribly done fan service every time. Jesus fucking Christ. I still can't believe this is from the creator of Soul Eater. Huh. That is interesting. I didn't know that. But I haven't seen Soul Eater in a while. I've only seen it on TV or something, but I do remember it having fan service, though. I do remember it also having fan service. So, Kind of weird that you have to criticize Fire Force specifically when the previous anime also has fan service too. So I guess. Seriously, the way this is done seems to somehow be getting worse, and I thought it couldn't get worse than episode 9. Though a reminder, it's not just this terribly done fan service. That's why I hate the series. You know, I actually tried to watch Fire Force. I quit on episode 1 because this is some shonen bullshit. I just not really that interested in the more mainstream shonen anime, so gotta quit after the first couple of minutes. I thought, oh my god, this looks so shonen. Nah, not interested. Anyway, if only this were the case, I expect something else in this episode, but she needs to continue to exist solely for the sake of the most poorly executed fan service known to mankind. With absolutely no agency because Atsushi Okubo can't write for shit anymore. Somewhere in an alternate universe, that universe version of Fire Force has a well-written Tamaki that doesn't cause face bombs and frustrations, and doesn't exist solely for the sake of terribly done fan service and has agency. Well, I'm not too familiar with Fire Force, so I can't really say. Looks at replies Twitter automatically hid. Seems I stuck a nerve with some people, but Soul Eater had fan service too. Yes, but the execution of said fan service was better, and the damn character still had agency. Tamaki has none, which is infuriating. Okay, so you're the one who gets to dictate whose character has agency and which character has what. I think I need more citations on that. Especially for someone who is not familiar with either series. So, I mean, the account is locked. It's put in private. The tweets are protected, and I'm not surprised that it's a male leftist. Male leftist. That makes things 10 times more interesting. Usually, the ones who complain the fan service are women, but the men don't usually complain unless they're very, very deeply entrenched in feminism. Freaking leftist. Apparent hater of fan service despite owning lots of fan service series. Okay. That doesn't mean that your take isn't bad. It just means that you like fan service. Good for you. Pressing X on that though, so. Hi, I deleted my tweet about men drawing women in an over-sexualized way because dude bros started swarming. Here's a reminder, please stop drawing women unrealistically and stop sexualizing minors in drawings. Whether you're a male, female, or non-binary pal, please just stop. Well, as proven by the Captain Marvel fan arts in the previous freaking slides, no, they won't stop. There's not going to be a time where people are going to stop drawing because you say that they should stop drawing. Because, well, the unfortunate reality of the situation is that Rule 34 is a thing and people are going to draw porn of whatever sorts of characters, of whatever sorts of thing that are going to exist in this universe. So, oh man, South Korea Supreme Court rules that sexually explicit anime and manga images of teenagers are images of child sexual abuse. You know, it kind of takes me back to the time where I made that video where I talk about our prophet Kenji and I talk about the South Korean feminist cult in the government that is actually real. I kind of forget what's going on in there, but you can go to my video and see our prophet Kenji. That was the video, the one that has the South Korea flag in it. I was talking about the South Korean feminist cultists that people thought were fake, but it's actually fucking real. And it's just the most insane shit that you'll ever hear in your entire life. It's just... So I'm not really that surprised that the South Korean feminists are coming in and just decided, yeah, these drawings are child sexual assaults, child sexual abuse. So, freaking Keijo. I miss Kenji. Miss Kenji. Our Lord and Prophet Kenji. Now, oh my, wait. I think I've been through this last week, didn't I? Trigger warning, pedo mention. Literally just saw somebody say Loli called us. Wait, I've been through this. Why did I put this again? So anyway. There's this. If this is true, what sort of political act was the person? Oh, okay. I need to put that in context. So there's this. It's absolutely sad that everything we do is being turned into a political statement. We should be keeping politics out and instead should be enjoying the game we're privileged enough to pay. Every single action in society is a political act. You literally cannot remove politics from life. You're just privileged enough to not care about this facet of politics. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing that we have these kinds of people? The one I talked literally in my last video, the kinds of people who are like, I'm gonna talk, everything is politics. All art is political. All art is a statement of politics. It is a political statement. All forms of art is a political statement. Everything is a political statement. Whatever you do is a political statement. You watching this stream is a political statement. You doing NoFap November is a political statement. It's a political statement because it's contributing to the alt-right, because it's 4chan or doing it or something, whatever the mainstream media is doing these days. But then there's this. If it's true that, you know, everything is a political statement, then what is the political statement of this? What sort of political act was the person who made it was trying to do? Sexualize a little girl? Excuse me? How is this sexualizing a little girl? Sexualizing the little girl! Lady! Remember that scene, the Langoliers? Scaring the little girl! Scaring the little girl! Lady! What is this? How is this sexualizing a little girl? If you think that this is sexualizing a little girl, I think you have issues. You have serious issues. You have serious issues, my man. And speaking of serious issues, have been approved to have these in my deck for the tournament. Didn't really want the previous art in my deck anyways. Trans rights are human rights. So you got this. What are you doing? What are you doing? These are expensive freaking cards. You just scribble it with freaking marker. You says trans rights. What are you doing? Why? Why are you doing this shit? TERF. It's TERF. 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 Trans exclusionary radical feminist. Not TURF. What does TURF mean? Trans you radical feminist? I don't know what the U is. You trans fuck you radical feminist? What? What? But seriously though, why are you doing this? These cards are expensive. These cards are expensive as hell. You're gonna freaking scribble it like that. And you're talking about every single action. You literally cannot remove politics from life. You're just privileged enough to not care. Excuse me, but having all of these freaking cards and scribble them is pretty freaking privileged to me. Pretty freaking privileged to me. I don't know about y'all. I know trans exclusionary radical feminist. I know what that means. I don't know what TERF means. TERF is something else entirely. But this is fucking privileged as hell. The fact that you can do this is very privileged of you. I'm just... man, those... I don't get these freaking... Apparently privilege means race. It's gender. It's not money. And money is not the important thing here. So, gamers see two races, white and political. Two genders, male and political. Where? When? Where? Two orientations, hetero and political. Two performances, cis and political, etc., etc. No? No? What are you talking about? I am apolitical because if resisting fascism is political, that says more about the world than it says about me. Okay, hold up. Birds fly, figs swim, dogs bark, and baby, I fight Nazis. That's a great freaking poem that you got there, my friend. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. The Nazis would be afraid. Oh no. Scares. I'm scared. The neo-Nazis are so scared. I am so scared right now. Oof. Horrible. And reminder, I think you all remember this, and then somebody replied to this back in October. Statement, I am apolitical. Translation, I am privileged and unaffected if not benefiting from current politics. So, this especially when put in the context of this. I'm just asking, who's the privileged guys here? Who are the guys who are actually the privileged ones? I'm tweeting hashtag resist capitalism sent from my iPhone. Or, and hear me out here, I'm fucking poor as shit, have a life to live, and don't want to waste few years I have arguing with idiots over politics when everyone is self-centered and hard-headed, they'll never listen. I'd rather just have fun and eat cheeseburgers. Base freaking take. Exactly what I wanted. Exactly my point. Thank you so much. What a base freaking take. God bless you for this really blessed take. 100% correct. Amen. Oh my lord. Your boss cares about politics. Your landlord cares about politics. The system that has worked you to make you poor as shit and constantly busy cares about politics. Hold up, my friend. Hold up. You don't get to blame politics because you're poor. You don't get to blame. How are you so... This is why... I'm playing this again. I'm playing this. I'm playing this.
I'm frustrated that the human race is doomed.
This is why the human race is doomed. People are shifting the blame on other things rather than themselves. People are going... This is why I said to myself, I said to everybody, every single time, the world is freaking burning. Okay? Everyone went freaking nuts, but you can be better. You can not be nuts. If you shift the blame to everybody else, if you shift the things that your state to everything else, that creates a world where you don't have to work because, hey, it's not my fault that I'm poor. It's not my fault that I'm this and that. It's the world. It's the politics and everything like that. Apparently. Anyway. Oh man, I need to chill. I need to chill and my throat hurts. But I have to do this. Anyway. Why would you think this is a bold stance when you're just rolling over and giving it what it wants? As opposed to fight your employers and tell them it's bullshit? Excuse me, but unfortunately, people have to live their hardest with what they have. They just have to work with what they have. It's an unfortunate situation. They can't always be as privileged as you and say, fuck the employers and fuck the resist capitalism and everything like that. Unfortunately, people have to work. That's the hard truth of the situation. That's the real world that you're living in. If you can't handle that, if you can't deal with that, commie, go out. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I'd rather just have fun and eat cheeseburgers is also a political stance. Excuse me. Is that a Josuke profile picture? But anyway, except to those who think in terms of I am on the right side of history and then validate it since I want people to pick a side with only two options. What? How is I'd rather just have fun and eat cheeseburgers is also a political statement? How? How is that a fucking political statement? Makes fucking excuse me. My man. What? Okay, yes, let me make myself even more miserable by constantly obsessing myself with a system that doesn't give a shit about my opinions as long as I'm broke and cutting out friends and family because of their opinions with it. Political involvement rises alongside income bracket. That's actually statistically proven. All those activists you see tweeting about it on Twitter are upper middle class or above. Yeah, it's true. A lot of these people who are tweeting these hot takes are upper middle class or above. These people have zero problems in their life. They're going to make it by creating these hooplas on the internet, by making fun of the poor. I don't have time to fight the fucking system. I have to live and not be a fucking miserable human being because that's all politics does. Yes, that is true. Exactly. God bless Twitter for having some sane people here left. Jesus. It's always white closet racist incels who are herder. I don't care about politics. Apparently, it's just white people. I don't exist. I am invincible, guys. Ooh, guys. See? Now you see me. Now you see me. Now you don't. Now you see me. Now you don't. Now you see me. Now you don't. Oh, where have I gone? I've gone somewhere. I'm invincible now. I'm invincible. I can't be seen. No shit, Virgin. Y'all are protecting it. Protecting what? Protecting what? Protecting... Your rights will always be protected by politics when you're white. Citation needed. Even if you align yourself with a marginalized group, you still reap the benefits because of white privilege. What? Go debate your grandma. I think you're the one who should be doing that. Damn, I must have hit a nerve because OP sent the entire jungle on me. Cry more, llama foul. Y'all got micro penis and I got a 10-inch fat cock. Yeah, sure you do. Sure you do. Sure you do. Got a 10-inch fat cock, you. Sure you do. But here's the best part. Here's the best part. Do you know what's the best part of this entire thing is? This entire person, this based individual out here who has been tweeting this entire thing is black. Oh. Oh. Oh, man. Man. Not a good look for y'all, don't it? Oof, man. Not a very good look. Anyway, God bless y'all. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Thank God for bringing some sanity in the stream. Thank God. We do need some sanity. We need some voices out here that makes us to not get fucking nuts as these people. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. She's got the big cock inside her. Oh, man. Here we go. Let's talk about Death Stranding and the Outer Worlds. A tale of two asexual representation. You know, I actually want to talk. I talked about this in my last video until I cut it off from the video because I thought it would be more fun to talk about it on stream. Contains some minor world building spoilers for both the games mentioned in the thread's title. So there's gonna be spoilers, a little bit of the Outer Worlds and Death Stranding. If you care so much about those two games, you don't want to be spoiled, then maybe get out of the stream. But don't worry, the spoilers are very minor. It doesn't really affect like the overall story. Nothing too breaking. It's spoiler safe at least. Anyway. As an asexual person, it sometimes feels that my own sexuality doesn't exist to the wider world. And for the most part, it doesn't. Well, here's the thing about asexual. I don't think it's a sexuality or as in a preference. It's just your tendency of not wanting to have your metrics of sexual desire. As in you have very low sexual desire or you don't have any sort of sexual desire. It's not really a sexuality because it's just your metric of sexuality. Because a straight person can be asexual or a gay person can be asexual because they too all have sexual desires. They just have different sexual desires. So, well, asexuals or aces for short are such a small part of the population, and even people who are asexual might not know about the existence of it because they're not. They're celibate. They're voluntarily celibate. I suppose you can say that. Asexual is in a bacteria. So is asexual just incel by choice? I suppose you could say that, but anyway. But we'll get to reading this because it gets confusing. It gets bizarre. As such, representation, especially in the media, means quite a lot to me. And more importantly, it will mean a lot to people like me of 1 year ago who have no idea who they are and feel broken because of it. Wow. I can't believe that. I can't believe that you are living such a privileged life that you feel so broken that you cannot figure out whether or not I am asexual or I just have very low sexual desires. I just don't want to have sex with people. I mean, goddamn, I have issues and I feel broken. Oh, horrible. That's why I was so happy to realize that two of the biggest games of the autumn fall have actual ace representation. Hooray! But as that gif with famed ace Todd Chavez implies, not all is good as it seems. So let me explain and complain and then refrain about two games that make up this thread's name. That's a pretty good rhyme, I'll give you that. Hooray for the Outer Worlds. Okay, this is perhaps the best example of ace representation in modern gaming, and perhaps the only example where it's explicitly said instead of implied or shoved into headcanon. Wow. Like it goes back to my previous video, isn't it? It all talks about how some people are so stupid that they need to have their heads being knocked out. Hello, this character is ace, y'all. This character is ace, y'all. Instead of, you know, being implied or shoved because, you know, people are fucking idiots. You know how Kojima talks about how the game is not being... By the way, the translation... By the way, I'm sorry, in the last video where Kojima says flies higher, he actually was meant to say the game is rated higher, not that it flies higher. Bad translation on WCCF text part. Shame on you. Shame on me because I kind of parodied that one. But seriously, Kojima essentially said something along the lines of, well, a lot of the games that I make are not well received in America. Well, I can totally see why, because Americans are idiots. A lot of these, man, the generalization, man. Sorry to say this, but y'all are cool, but some of y'all are idiots. But seriously, where was I? The first companion you get in the Outer Worlds, Parvati, is asexual. It's not implied, it's not hinted at, it's directly said towards the player in multiple instances. Because I'm dumb, and I need it to be said to my face because I couldn't figure it out myself. Seriously. I'm not much interested in physical stuff, never have been, least ways not like other folks seems to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. You see, Parvati is basically discount Futaba. She's basically discount Futaba. That's the best way for me to describe it. She has this ditzy sort of, kind of sort of on the spectrum personality, but she's also asexual. So, but I say discount Futaba. She's fine. She's a fine character. She's not amazing, not terrible either. She's fine. Quote, due to the dice size. Okay, and if that wasn't already repeated that, I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Least ways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. You know, when I first saw this dialogue, I just like, okay. And if that wasn't obvious enough, the writer behind the character explicitly says that she is asexual. Yes, Parvati was conceived and written as an ace women love women character from Jump by Chris blah blah blah. Can't pronounce that. He has to leave the project unexpectedly, so I finished up her writing and my experiences as an ace bi woman. Ace bi woman. I suppose it makes sense that considering that asexuality is just the preference of not being sexual, but you still have attraction towards men and women. Tons of water related to $2. Blame our education system for us being so stupid. Our education system is just shit. Well, unfortunately, we don't live in a world where education systems are perfect. In fact, our education system is shit too. So anyway, thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. But again, it gets bizarre, guys. It gets bizarre. Don't worry. We're not even going to the bizarre part. So why is this representation good? It's because it forgoes all of the typical stereotypes surrounding being ace and simply shows how a character in that universe might deal with being one herself. Scarecrow457 donated $1. Appa, I think the entire country would agree that we are crazy. The real issue is we think everyone else aside from ourselves is crazy. Yeah, unfortunately, we're living in a society. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Anyway, where was I? It shows how ace people can often be seen as cold, as robots, and then subverts that. Well, they can be, just like any other people. Just like how straight people can be feminine. Or how gay people can be the most masculine guys on the planet Earth. It can happen. It can break the stereotype. And I don't think people have this consensus that the asexual people are this really cold, this really bitter individual. Well, they can be. I mean, they have very low drives, sex drive. So the freaking view count is paused again. I'm gonna refresh cache. By making Parvati into one of the most warm and lovable character in the entire game. Debatable. It also shows the difference between asexual and being aromantic. Parvati has a pretty big romantic crush for another female character in the game. So you see, guys, there's a difference between asexual and aromantic. Asexual can still be romantically attracted to somebody else. It's just that they don't want to have sex, or that they have very little desire to have sex. If you got confused, don't worry, it gets more bizarre. Parvati and the difference between aesthetic attraction and physical sexual attraction. The aforementioned crush is based a little on looks, but like with many ace people, that affection is not sexual in any way. So that is pretty weird, because if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't played the Outer Worlds, a little bit of spoiler too, you spend pretty much a lot of time with Parvati on her quests, grooming herself so that she looks good for her crush. So it's aesthetic attraction and physical attraction too. She kind of prioritizes that over I'm confused. I got so freaking confused. 10 incher donated $3. Why don't they just have sex? I don't know, because they don't want to, I suppose, but thank you for the donation. Keep them coming. Anyway, but like with many ace people, that affection in a not sexual way. And even better, you can make your own character ace by saying that you feel the same way as Parvati in a conversation with her. You know what you can also do to Parvati? Tell her to fuck off. Literally, because it's the Outer Worlds. It's an Obsidian RPG where you pretty much have all the freedom to be whoever you want. You can straight up be an ass to her. Just be an ass. Okay, I don't give a shit about your love life, lady. You can just be like that to her. I don't give a shit. I think you're pathetic. I think you should have sex already. You can just literally tell her that because you're being an ass or something along those lines. Because it's an Obsidian game. You have the freedom to be an ass. It's just so good. And for myself, it has lifted my feelings towards the Outer Worlds as a whole in a really big way. Until I show you clips of me just trash talking Parvati. I love it. And from the reaction through the various ace communities I lurk in, it seems many or most of the ace community do as well. Until the Death Stranding comes in. Question mark Death Stranding. However, when the Outer Worlds succeeds, Death Stranding fails. Okay, how? And it does so in a way that it would have been much better if the game has no reference to asexuality whatsoever. I'm referring to an interview text log in the game which appears at some point. It's not too clear as I've only seen it appear on Twitter. It is as follows. So this text log, considering I've played the game for about 30 hours at this point, I've seen this text log. It appears right after when you try to deliver somebody. So there's this quest line where you get to this junk dealer, and this junk dealer has a girlfriend, and the girlfriend died during a nuke. A little bit of spoiler, not much. The girlfriend died during a nuke. Turns out that the girlfriend is alive, according to Fragile, and you have to transport the girlfriend into the boyfriend and reunite them, and yada, yada, yada. So a little bit of spoiler on that, sorry about that, but seriously, just to put a context in where this text pops up. So because you're trying to reunite a couple, this text pops up explaining about an asexual world, So let's see what the text reads here. Records suggest that the widespread aversion towards physical contact and intimacy was a phenomenon that had been observed even before the Death Stranding. One contemporary report, for example, details the increasing popularity of the sexless lifestyle among young people. A growing percentage of the younger cohort were self-identifying as asexual, claiming to be incapable or feeling desire or attraction. Accordingly, such individuals were less likely to have children or engage in sexual activity. True. That is true. That is indeed, that's true. I have nothing wrong so far in the first paragraph. It should be noted, however, that many other unique sexual identities were being recognized during this period, such as demisexuals, who are incapable of sexual attraction without an emotional connection, and panromantics, who profess an attraction unrestricted by sex or gender, albeit one not necessarily sexual in nature. So, but essentially what this flavor text is trying to say is that even if we're living in a time where LGBTQ people exist, and yet the sex drive is still very low. It gives an example that some people chose to be asexual. So even after we have seen LGBTQ people, the sex drive is still pretty low. I think this is a commentary on Japan's low birth rate. Kind of, I suppose. One theory posits that the Stranding accelerated the proliferation of these sexualities. In a terrifying new world in which BTs, roams, and annihilation is an everyday occurrence, people have grown reticent to form emotional connection with others. In other words, when a big apocalypse happens, people don't really like to have sex in the post-apocalyptic universe. It makes sense. People don't really like to have sex in a post-apocalyptic universe because, well, people are busy trying to survive by themselves. They're busy trying to live by themselves. They don't want to add the headache of having a baby and trying to take care of the baby in the post-apocalyptic universe. Makes sense, right? Although there has been no measurable decrease in human fertility, the birth rate has nevertheless dropped dramatically. Incidents of sexual harassment and assault have also seen a sharp decrease, which seems to suggest that sex could not further be from our minds, for better or for worse. Also makes sense. You don't have any sort of drive to have sexual activities with others, therefore, birth rate dropped dramatically, and sexual harassment and incidents of sexual assault has decreased because people don't want to have sex. Makes sense, right? But apparently this is wrong. Apparently this is problematic. How? Because the OP misread the entire thing. Before the Death Stranding, the game's titular apocalyptic event, happened, there was a rise in sexless lifestyles and people self-identifying as asexuals. True, but that's not the point that's just one of the points that's being said in the paragraph. Asexual people claim to be incapable of feeling desire or attraction. Some of them do. And we're talking about sexual attraction here, right? Sexual desire, sexual attraction. Well, yes, that's the point. That's what defines being asexual. So, Death Stranding supposedly proliferated these sexualities. Asexuality is a bad thing because Death Stranding supposedly proliferated these sexualities. Yes, the post-apocalyptic event is supposed to decrease people's desires of having sexual activities. Usually people have more sex in a post-apocalyptic universe. See post-war times. There's not much more today's sex besides rebuilding, and people seek warmth and companionship. Well, there you go. Asexuality is a bad thing because it means you're reticent from emotional connection to others. Asexuality is a bad thing because it means you're reticent from emotional connection. Nowhere in this text that I'm seeing is talking about how asexuality is a bad thing. Nowhere in this text it says that asexual is bad. No, you misread. No. Sexual harassment, assault decrease, and birth rate decrease are linked. No. People have less sexual drive, therefore birth rate is decreased because people have less sexual drive, and sexual harassment and assault decrease because people have less desires on having sex. Because sex is not a priority to them, because sex is not in their minds as they're trying to rebuild society, as they're trying to survive on their own. Excuse me, you kind of misread that point. So as you can probably tell, this is not good asexual representation whatsoever. As you can probably tell, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a good representation of the arguments being said in this text. It propagates the kinds of myths that makes it so that many asexual people are given shit for who they are or feel bad for who they are. Below, I'll show you what myths this is showing and then explain why they're wrong. And this, my friend, this is where things get flipping bizarre. Asexual people are incapable of feeling desire or attraction. The only inherent difference between asexual people and non-asexual people is that asexual people don't feel sexual attraction towards others. Keep that in mind. As the other worlds and any cursory glance at any actual ace community shows, ace people can feel attraction romantically, platonically, aesthetically, etc. $1,100 to $1. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a post-apocalyptic event. It can also be a dystopian society like the one we're currently living in. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. Thank you so much for the donation. Anyway, one of the things that make asexual lives worse is the notion that one cannot be in a relationship or feel love unless they want to have sex with the other person. To quote Pain, love is a painful breed. I can't believe I'm quoting Pain from Naruto. And this quote directly implies that they can. Similarly, they use the word incapable instead of just don't implies that asexuality is a condition instead of a sexuality. Well, it is. It is a condition. It's not a sexuality. Sexuality describes your sexual preference, not your sexual drive, not your overall sexual drive. It is a condition. So, similarly, this myth propagates the notion that all asexual people can't or don't want to have sex or have sexual fantasies, fetishes, etc. This is undoubtedly not true. Okay, hold up. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the fucking phone. So you're telling me that asexual people can and want to and still capable to have sex or have sexual fetishes or fantasies, etc. How can you by that logic, I am asexual. By that logic, a lot of people are asexual. By that logic, everybody is asexual. What? You are loosening the definition so that you can pretentiously identify on the internet as, yes, I am asexual, guys. But I mean, seriously, imagine if being asexual is asexuality, let's accept that for a moment, okay? By this logic, if I say that I am straight, but I am willing to suck someone's dick or have sex with a man, does that still make me straight? If a gay man says, you know what, I am gay, but I'm willing to fuck a woman once in a while, I'm willing to eat a pussy once in a while, I mean, does that make any sense to you? Does that make I don't know about y'all, but I'm pressing X on that. Only if you say no homo. Oh man, it depends. It depends. Oh man, it depends for the money for me. Oh man. I'm confused too. I'm confused. Apparently, I know that asexual people can still have sexual fantasies and still be willing to have sex. They just have very, very little of it, which can describe a lot of people. I have little desire to have sex with someone. I mean, I fap. I have the No Nut November, but by the way, does it can we extend to that? Maybe if we're gonna talk about sexual desire, does that mean fapping too? Does that mean that asexual people can not find pleasure in fapping? But anyway, asexuality is something that people self-identify as and is something proliferated by external factors. Okay, you made it to be that asexuality is something that people self-identify as. That's you. You made the definition so loose that anyone can identify as being asexual. And as is something proliferated by external factors. No, the game is not suggesting that asexuality is proliferated by external factors. The game is saying that Death Stranding, specifically in the universe, is proliferating the decrease in sexual desires. It's specific into the game in the universe. It's not a statement for asexual people in general. Man. Oh man. It's still going on, don't worry. Asexuality will contribute to the downfall of... No, the game... Nowhere in that fucking text does it say that asexuality will contribute to the downfall of civilization. Why are you misreading this statement? Man, sometimes y'all need to realize that it's not the game that's wrong. Maybe it's just you. Rates of sexual assault, harassment, and birth rates are linked. This has nothing to do with asexuality, but... I don't even bother to explain. I already explained it like a fast 5 minutes, man. You misread everything. So what's the point, you plum? The point is you misread everything. Therefore, you come into this horrendous misunderstanding. I hope you can correct yourself before I correct you in this stream. Wait a second, I did. Well, like many instances where representation is criticized, the point of this thread is to point out how ace representation can be both very good and very bad. Well, unfortunately, your bad example is... well, a very bad example. And try to make it so that people are more educated. Unfortunately, you failed. Guys, have this person successfully educated us in the lifestyle of asexual people? Because I don't know about y'all, I am confused by the end. By the end, I am completely and wildly confused by this statement, by this text. Nope. There you go. The majority chat says nope. And confused. I am confused. This is so bizarre. Apparently, these knowledge that asexuality, about asexuality that I know is wrong. And that it's a very loose definition that can apply to pretty much a lot of people. Not just asexuals. Oh, man. Oh, man. Man. They said that you have to be smart enough to understand the game. They weren't kidding. Kojima said that this is the kind of game that is made for people who can understand art, who can appreciate his art. And people who won't appreciate or understand his games will not enjoy it. Well, I would in the past I would disagree with him. That would be a pretentious statement, but considering that we have these dumbasses on the freaking internet, then I suppose, yeah, I have to agree with Kojima there. However, the fact that ace representation is so incredibly limited means that every little bit of it is something that should be looked at closely, because there's the chance that it could be many people's only interaction with asexuality and the ace community. You know what? This is my interaction with the asexuality and the ace community, and I am so goddamn confused. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to... I'm confused. I don't expect you to start crucifying Kojima or anything like that. I don't expect you to do that. As in the grand scheme of things, this isn't the end of the world. However, I do ask you to don't dismiss the concerns of actual ace people regarding the myth that the Death Stranding representation propagates. Similarly, if an ace person says that this doesn't bother them, then please don't then use them as a way to do what I just asked you not to do. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Whatever. But here's the thing. This is just the beginning of the recent era post. It got... A penis is not male genitalia. Okay, this is from another thread, but fucking what? A penis is not male genitalia. I'm just amazed. I am confused. Apollo use confused. It is super effective. Oh man. I'm sorry, what, Lamau? Explain to me, please. I am a girl who has a penis and don't ever plan to get rid of it. Well, good for you. I certainly wouldn't consider it male genitalia because I'm not a male. Good for you, I guess. Good for you. Hopefully you're good that you don't have surgery and cut your dick off. I mean, okay. Moving on. Denying that a trans woman has female genitalia is denying that they are women. I'm a girl. I just want to say I'm a girl who has a penis. I don't ever plan to get rid of it. What's previously said. I just want to say that I support and I agree with you. Oh man. You know that minorities can be wrong? I'm just saying. Sometimes people can be wrong, and it's not that just because they're minorities doesn't mean that they're 100% right. Anyway, yeah, there was that thread kind of freaking snowballs into that for some reason. Anyway, moving on. Going back, actually not moving on. We're still back to Kojima. There's this freaking goblin. Goblin that says they, them. The they goblin. Okay, they, them goblin. Hopefully I can respect the pronoun as I go through, but no guarantees. Haha, fuck Kojima. Queers exist because people are terrified of emotional connection. That's not what being said. Nowhere in that text said that. Nowhere in that text ever suggests that. No, at no point did the text ever suggest that. Also, rapists exist just because people are horny, not because of any other reason. Okay. Okay, alright. I'm gonna show you this. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, horny guy asked for a lady who was bathing in the river to have sex with him. Lady refused. So guy stabbed her multiple times. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, man molested a woman who was hanging her clothes because he's horny and couldn't handle it. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, man raped his 16-year-old sister-in-law constantly to the point of getting her pregnant because she wears minimal clothing in the house. So if you're telling me that sexual desires cannot trigger people to rape others, I'd say fucking bullshit on that. Bull fucking shit on that. You know, people, not all people are Harvey Weinstein. Not all people rape because they want to feel superior, they want to abuse their power and everything like that. Some people rape because they're fucking horny. And unfortunately, those people that I cited, they don't know how to access porn. Our porn is blocked here in Indonesia. They're unfortunately poor as fuck, and they don't understand that. They're a bunch of fucking boomers. They're a bunch of boomers who don't understand porn. So the only way for them to get off of their sexual desires is to look at some random lady who is hanging off her clothes in a freaking laundry day and just fucking sexually abuse them. Yeah, pray for these people, man. Pray for these people. Oh, man. This might be literally the worst thing Kojima has ever fucking done. And he once made Big Boss go out on a date with a child. Okay. Why do you have to tag Jim Sterling? Why do you have to why are you tagging Jim Sterling on this? This has literally sucked any desire out of me to play this fucking thing anymore. Some random text in the game, seriously? That random text in the game apparently causes you to stop playing video games. You know what? Maybe you don't deserve playing video. Maybe you just stick to whatever you're playing other than Death Stranding, because that game's clearly not for you. Apparently Death Stranding is kind of aphobic, relegates to being ace of a lifestyle, mostly talking about kids and a trend, which is not good. No, it's not. Get this though, you get that message literally right after you hand deliver a lonely dude a girlfriend. He already has a girlfriend. His girlfriend, he already is in a relationship with the girl. The girl he's suspected to have died during a nuclear blast, but turns out that the girl is alive, and you are tasked to get the girl who is already in relationship with him to him. Not some lonely dude. He is lonely technically speaking, yes, but he already has a girlfriend prior to the freaking, oh my god. And I donated $2. Asexuals can take pleasure in fapping, though I'm not sure if it's motivated by sexual desire. Also, minorities are infallible, just like you, appabend. Yeah, I'm not saying that I'm always right. I did take the L a lot of times. Okay, all the time. But anyway, thank you so much for the donation. Keep on coming. Wow, you're doing a great job of taking Kojima's message of forging connections between people to heart by harassing me for being trans. No, my mentions, isn't it? And queer, can't forget that. It's really funny because a lot of people instantly thought I even cared about what Kojima had to... Hold up. Now you're playing the card that I don't care what he said. You are playing the card I don't care what he said way too fucking late, my friend. You literally made an entire fucking thread on this. You are way beyond the point of saying I don't care what he said. You are way beyond that point, man. The card is played way too fucking late. And even watching this thread and I went, nah, nobody harassed you, dumb queer. Like, I don't need to know, no, I'm trans and queer, and I can see the numbers go up, of course. People are harassing me, you dinguses. Please keep getting mad at me. So many cool leftists have noticed me because of it. Apparently, like Jim Sterling, I guess. I like how mentioned I like it when the cool people follow me, and then the cool people started following me at twice the rate. That's mwah, mwah, mwah. Wow, good for you. You got clout. Good for you, you got clout. I'm sorry about the comments, lol. No, you're not sorry. And an example of a oh my freaking... Manuel has to come in and save the day. Freaking Pokemon trainer, it's Manuela. Freaking Pokemon trainer Manuela has come in to save the day. Is that Manuela? Forgot the name. But anyway, as an example of perspective in art does not... An example of a perspective in art does not mean that the creator is endorsing it. Granted, if this is his personal view, that's not good. And that this is a single note or whatever that cannot be further criticized in game or annoying. But like, well, unfortunately that goes in the thread. Manuela, finish your fucking thread. But yeah, this is an example of a perspective in art doesn't mean that the creator is endorsing it. That's true. It says Hideo Kojima on the box. Yes. Yeah, you know what it also says on the box? It says everybody who's involved in the game. Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, freaking Lila Seydoux, or freaking Troy Baker. All of these people who are involved in the freaking making of this film. Are you saying that these people are going to automatically endorse whatever is being said? I said film. Game! Although film is kind of accurate. This game. But anyway, because all these big name actors, I confuse it to a game, a film to a game. But well, it's a Kojima game, so I don't blame you to not confuse that to a film. But anyway, yeah. a lot of views that creators expose on their art does not necessarily mean that it's their view. It's just how art works. When you don't, the views that are being represented in, it's the Atlas warning. The views that are being represented in this game does not represent the views of Atlas employees or etc. etc. The box also says PS4 and the tweets are protected. Of course. Of course. Agender, asexual, aromantic, anarchist. What a freaking rebel. What an absolute brave individual you are. Rebelling against the system. Agender, asexual, aromantic, and finally anarchist. Is this the 2019's equivalent of an emo phase? That people have to be progressive first when they're like in 14 to 15 to 16. And then by the time they grow up, they not become progressive. They move on from that progressiveness or whatever. Kind of like how Dankula used to be a communist or something. But, man. Oh, man. Oh, my God. There's so many freaking outrage on this text. It's just some flavor text. It's just some text on a freaking game. Why do you have to put so many outrage on this? So Guillermo del Toro endorsed this phobism. Yep, maybe he did. Apparently. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming, guys, as usual. But anyway, there's so many freaking outrage on this. Well, I already knew Kojima liked reading the first paragraph of a Wikipedia page and then throwing what he thinks it is into his game. Well, Kojima doesn't exactly know how the freaking skyhook function works. I mean, in skyhook, you don't literally strap somebody with a freaking hot air balloon and they just fly. The hot air balloon has to hit a plane and then they just fly. It's implying that every single time you strap someone with a hot air balloon in Metal Gear Solid 5, they just fly over and the plane just come in. But anyway, that's besides the point. Kojima likes to incorporate some references of real life stuff. Some references of real life, like gadgets mostly, like the skyhook system or whatever. And also this. To incorporate that in his universe. In the universe that he makes. So, I admit, I was not expecting him to make a radical misunderstanding of asexuality, the secret antagonist of his new game about peeing. Okay, hold up. I don't think the game is not making the asexuals. You are the one who is making the asexuals to be the antagonists. You are completely misreading. Media represents asexuality and other queer identities as unnatural, antisocial, alien, or otherwise monstrous. I don't think the game has ever represented asexual people as unnatural, antisocial, alien, or otherwise monstrous. They just use an example to highlight a point about the world having less physical intimacy. Regular as human people. I'm comfortable staying single. Hold up. Regular as human people, I am comfortable staying single. Weren't we making fun of the incels when they aren't single? Weren't we the ones who make fun of people when we're single? Apparently it stopped when it's you. Apparently it stopped when it's some specific people, marginalized community, or Emma Watson. Great, all this talk is causing my sex drive to rise up. No, hold it. I can't deal with y'all right here. Anyway, thank you so much for the donation. Anyway, but seriously, man. Seriously. Unfortunately, this is probably gonna be a lot of gamers' first experience with these terms. If that's their first experience with these terms, I really fucking wish, instead of that Reset Era post, because that fucking post on the freaking Death Stranding text makes more sense than a fucking Reset Era post. No surprise there, but still, this is the same freaking website that claims that penis is not male genitalia. So they'll be introduced to asexuality, wrongly defined as a trend among youth. For some youth, yes, it is a trend to identify as asexual. Celibacy or isolation. I thought the point of asexual is to not have any sorts of sexual desires. The slippery slope downfall of civilization. Okay, no one, not even the game, is suggesting that asexual people is going to be the downfall of civilization. Oh my god. No, the game. Oh, man. In addition, it doesn't matter if Kojima himself believed this because, as I said, this is going to be a lot of people's first exposure to the term and it's misleading. No, I think you're the one who's misleading people. I think the one in recent era is the one that's misleading people because I am still flipping confused. I'm still confused. Apparently, asexual people can also have sexual desires. They will have sex to specific people if on specific circumstances, apparently. Being upset at this is not overreacting. It's having emotions about something personal to me. Well, good for you. Well, good for you if you have these emotions and you're personal that... Man, at least explain? Explain how? I think this is more or less a character's perspective and not what Kojima actually believes. If you don't make clear that your character and their perspective is wrong, you messed up though. The game is being very neutral on that. It's not saying it's wrong, it's not saying it's right, it's that, well, this is what happened. This is the factual thing that happened. This is an explanation of how this event happened. It's a text log containing an explanation, not a statement of opinion or a fact, or it's mostly a statement of fact. According to the game's world, but not an opinion. No opinions are being said there. It's just that it's a trend. No, you don't. You can present various points of view without banning everything but one wrong. That'd be pushing an agenda. Pushing an agenda of queer people aren't actually currently destroying society would be a good thing. Okay, hold up. Queer people are, well, people. People aren't perfect. People can destroy societies. Sometimes they just so happen to be queer people. If you're pushing the agenda that queer people aren't actually currently destroying society, when they actually are destroying society, I'm not saying that they are, but imagine if you're in a world where queer people are actually destroying society, but you push the agenda that they aren't, then it is propaganda, isn't it? It's like in China. China is actually not dictatorship. It's actually not being... It's not being authoritarian to you. No, the government is just being kind and everything like that. So, but they are though. Pushing no agenda would be even better. Pushing an agenda means not making... Okay, hold up. Pushing no agenda means not making a game. Death Stranding pushes capitalism by existing... What? Modern Warfare pushes American exceptionalism by existing. Fucking Fortnite pushes celebrity culture and product competition by existing. What? Apparently, we can't win with these people. If we exist, our existence, our mere existence is a political statement. Our mere existence is a political statement, guys. We need to not exist. Otherwise, it's a political statement. It's a political statement against these people. We can't... Man, why are these things? Mom, don't call me at this time. I have shit to do. Jesus. Man, me, oh man, oh me. Anyway, where's I? I need to move. Let's see. Yeah, here's this. When you breathlessly elevate the genius of a creator. Oh my god. Hello? Di rumah, lagi streaming. Okay. Mom, I'm streaming. Anyway, when you briefly elevate the genius of a creator like Kojima, you're telling people that his worldview, which does not value... Excuse me? You're telling worldview which does not value women? How? Kojima... Why when you say Kojima does not value women? Because he have fan service in some of the women? Because the bosses Metal Gear Solid 4, you can take pictures on the bosses because they're so sexy and everything. Because of that? Is it because of Quiet? Is it because of that? Even though he has like many very well-written characters. I mean, Boss is such a freaking amazing character in Metal Gear Solid 3. Like the entire foundation of that game, the one that builds it. She's such an amazing character. I mean, for God's sake, even Eva is an amazing character. Old Eva. Freaking old Eva back in Metal Gear Solid 4. She's freaking badass in there. But man, it's still valid and worthy of taking seriously. That his lack of value for us has value. What do you mean? Freaking Sims avatar. And that's a shitty thing. We are living in the Hideo Kojima's dystopian nightmare. Can he save us? I don't think he's gonna save us. He's just making video games and shit. Kojima is not a person who has empathy or identifies with women. They fill a very specific role to him. I am supposed to excuse that because his games are so good. In other words, have more compassion and concessions for him that he does for me in order to enjoy his art. Excuse me, lady, just because he writes women to have a little bit of fan service, a lot of fan service, doesn't mean that he hates women. How can you interpret that someone hates women just because they draw women in a fashion that you don't like? They design women in a manner that you don't like. Therefore, they hate women. My lord. How shitty that I would have to make Kojima's art better by ignoring what he himself has put out into the world and reimagine and reshape it, extending myself to give him a benefit of doubt that he would never ever give me. If you have less than a basic amount of respect for me and could never see me as an equal woman. What do you mean he could never see you as an equal woman? What the hell are you talking about? Excuse me, I think this post has drained my respect from you more so than Kojima has drained my respect for women. This post has made me lose faith over women more so than Kojima. Man, oh my god. Then I have no other biggest. Your perspective is distorted. Your perspective is that you gonna criticize Kojima for having distorted perspective? Nice. What fucking projection? The projection in this motherfucker. Your perspective is distorted. I think it was you who have distorted perspective. And I cannot trust you. I can't trust you either. I will not view a distance through your kaleidoscope. Me neither. How can I trust you as an artist to show me the beauty and value of life when you do not value all life? That's what I think of when people ask me to respect Kojima as a creator. Excuse me. Kojima literally writes a female character who is completely silent and has to be mostly naked or she'll die and then puts a bomb in her vagina. That was not the same character. Lady, if you're going to talk about Metal Gear Solid 5 specifically, because this is the game that she's talking about, at least play the game first so that you can understand the story and the context and the characters. I don't even think that that's a woman that's being put, the bomb that's being put. It was a kid, I think. The kid that has the bomb in the stomach and you have to take it out, but it explode regardless. Make it stop. It's also causing my brain to dry. Thank you so much. My girl, my man, it's making my brain to, it's making my voice, my throat to die, man. Man. I will go play Crush Crush. The most you tweet this idiot, the more you gay become. Oh, man. Man. Death Stranding's product placement. Oh my god. What is this? Death Stranding's product placement is an act of vandalism? Energy drink company Monster Beverage has an unpleasant history. Okay, apparently because of Monster Energy that it's an act of vandalism. What? This is a caffeine spike energy drink manufactured since 2002 by Monster Beverage, a marketing-led company with a somewhat unsavory history of trademark bullying and employee sexual harassment. The company's main target audience is young men. In Death Stranding, tins of neon green Monster Energy are always available at the center of protagonist Sam's restroom when he spends time recovering from missions, checking messages, and listening to lengthy exposition speeches from other characters. Now, here's the funny thing. Kojima always does this sorts of product placement, and they have the products from real life also incorporates in the game, except you guys don't know that Calorie Mate from Metal Gear Solid, maybe you guys don't know, but Calorie Mate in Metal Gear Solid 3 is actually real. I actually went to Japan and see these like Calorie Mate blocks there, except I didn't buy it though because apparently it doesn't taste very good. Apparently, from what I'm hearing, but I don't know. But Yeah, Kojima's been doing that. Kojima's been doing that. It's a thing. They do Monster Energy because it's popular, apparently. So, Monster Beverage also faced negative publicity surrounding blah, 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 blah. Does it really matter? I mean, it's just product placement. Surrounding lawsuit about the health risks associated with heavily caffeinated drinks. Litigants claim the drinks were responsible for heart attack, stroke, and renal failure. Maybe don't drink too much Monster Energy. I mean, it's an energy drink. You don't drink too much energy drink. That's not how it works. Oh man. Oh man. Is this the end of the stream? Oh no, it's not the end of the stream. I just want to talk this because this is freaking amazing. I gotta talk this first. IGN changed the thumbnail of one of their Death Stranding videos. I wonder why. Why does IGN change the thumbnail from how to kill BTs to how to kill a BT? Why? Can you guys answer to me why? Can you guys, do you know the answer? If you don't know the answer, well, don't worry, I will tell you, because BTS is the name of a boy band, a very popular Korean boy band. And if IGN says how to kill BTS, that means that, well, they're pissing off the Korean fan base, the K-pop fans, the K-pop stans. So that's why they changed the title to How to Kill a BT, because they have successfully pissed off the K-pop stan. You know, the same K-pop stan that says this: have you ever orgasmed and moaned to a BTS member's name? I sure have. This is so fuck.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Why haven't I played this?
Night, I can feel my leg, my arm, even my fingers.
Well, there you go. So, BTS, a Korean boy band, and these are the kinds of fan base that you can expect. Run a Kid donated $1. I love how they complain about Quiet but never mention the boss or any of the other female characters. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for the donation. Because you see, these people, they don't play Metal Gear Solid. They don't know about the games. I barely know about the games. It's been a while since I played Metal Gear Solid 3. It's been a while since I watched the cutscenes of Metal Gear Solid 4, because at the time I don't have PS3, but still, there's a lot of strong female characters in there. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming, guys. But I just want to actually, don't keep them coming, because we're going to end this stream with this. This. You see, so y'all know what happened. Y'all read the text. So Angry Birds sent the IGN journalists an electric scooter that powered by screams. As in, they sent a scooter that is powered by a freaking Monster Inc. A Monster Inc. sort of, apparently Scream technology exists. We scream. We scare because we care. This guy's the next Monster Inc. Freaking Monster Inc. technology right here. But seriously though, I love the fact that they sent it to an IGN journalist, as in the kinds of people that do this. Isn't this what IGN does? Isn't this what IGN or game journalists do? They just scream, ah! And then there's this guy who says, knock it off. This is art. This is freaking art. You see, the scooter is supposed to represent the state of the media. The scooter is media. The scooter is the media. And this guy over here, the IGN journalist, is the journalist. He's feeding over the scooter the same way the journalists are feeding over the scooter. And they're feeding it by screaming, the screeching, the outrage. It's amazing. It's such a brilliant art. And here we have people saying, knock it off. It is us. They're representing us. The people who say, please knock it off. Stop screeching us. What a brilliant artwork. A brilliant freaking art. This is an art piece from freaking Angry Birds. They sent it to the freaking Mad Lads. Freaking Mad Lads. This is art, my friend. This is art. This is symbolism at its finest. Brilliant freaking metaphor. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Chef kiss, chef kiss. High art. It is art. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, that's the end for the stream for today, man. Not Sunspot, but Sunspots. Work and my throat hurts, man. My throat hurts. Unfortunately, I am able to do this early and straight before Raging Gold Eagle can finally do his stuff already. Why is my color? Why is the color too freaking intense? It's outrageous, is too freaking intense right there. There we go. Turn it down. Anyway, thank you so much for joining in the stream, guys. It's been a fun stream. I don't know what my mother called me for, but I'm just gonna try to figure it out. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next stream as usual in the same sort of time and the same sorts of topics. Whoa, what was that? Yo, I didn't notice it the first time. This BTS fan is Indonesian. Oof. Starts with Indonesian memes, Indonesian, ends with Indonesian being horny. Apparently. Ooh, breaking news. What a twist. Anyway, see you all on the next stream. Take care.